Yes. An epic night.
Oh yeah. I just want to get the elephant out the room. Yes, I did fall asleep last night.
We know that, Reg. I was calling you.
I know. I was like, oh my. It was like an hour and some
It's all
change. I was
good.
like, fuck it.
You got to just plan ahead, spacious with these episodes. That's all.
Oh yeah.
You know.
That's why I had to just move this Demeter Joe review to next Monday.
Okay.
Yeah, thank God my friend understood.
That's all good.
So
So
this
we
week,
what are we still doing things this week or
oh yeah.
okay.
Wednesday is Anita Baker's Rapture.
Okay.
Thursday is well, the two of us is Ultramagnetic MC's Critical Beatdown.
All right.
Friday is the R. Kelly episode.
Yes, the beat battle.
Yes.
I can't wait.
And Sunday, believe it or not, MC Sham's Down by Law.
Okay.
I'm gonna reschedule third base for the Sunday after.
Okay.
Cause I don't know. I'm not even the biggest Sham fan, which I'm gonna have this is a story with that.
Right.
But I don't know. I feel like he should get his respect. Because when it comes to Queensbridge, we talked about Nas, we talked about Mobb Deep,
Right. Right.
Shantae, we talked about all the Queens. I'm just like, Shane was really the first Queensbridge legend.
Mm-hmm.
As much shit as I give Shane, I'm like, you know what? Let me do something a little different with these
Right.
reviews. Because
Okay.
I'm gonna talk about the good and bad, why I did not fuck with Shane at first. So, and yes, I am gonna be curious when Dick riding.
Q, what's good? Sam, Hector, Ronnie, Rayshawn, Christian, what up?
Yes, the gang's all here.
How many mics? Main ingredient. Main ingredient is a classic. Both of them 5 mic classics.
Five my classic all the way.
Spoiler alert, because I'm not gonna review those. You know what I'm saying? Both of them are classics to me.
I'm gonna step to the bathroom real quick.
Actually, we already reviewed main ingredient. It's on my channel. That's like I think we did like 2 years ago. So check it out. Great album. King, what is that? What's up, yo? Where you been? R.A. the Rugged Man? You don't like R.A.? I mean, he's not for everybody. You know, he's not for everybody. Are we doing the breakthrough? You gotta ask Reg. I don't. We did like most of them. That's probably coming up because we did like most of the Mary J albums. I know No More Drama is next, and then um, I think Love and Life, and then we'll probably do the breakthrough after those two. Eric was good, yo. Where BJ at? We gotta get BJ on here. Yes, definitely underrated album. That's why we talking about it now.
Yeah, I'm just making my tea right quick, y'all.
It's all good.
What y'all talking about?
Pete Rock.
Yes. We still want you still want to do the center of attention album, right?
Oh yeah, I and I. That's another underrated album. I need to get my hands on that.
Yeah, we can do that this month. Shit.
We do that in March or something.
Whew. I'm gonna watch two movies tonight. What's up, Eric? I'm gonna watch Coming to America, Dreamgirls.
Part two is on Friday. I hope it's good.
I was thinking, you trying to do like a early review on that one?
Yeah, well, of course.
Oh shit.
Definitely. I'm doing some more movie stuff in March, and that we could start with that.
Okay.
You know
Probably
what I'm
like
saying? There's
Saturday.
another there's another movie I might do a video for next week, week after next, and then my homie Legion the Next podcast. Salute to him. He wants to talk. He wants to do some movie stuff also. So
Yeah. 'Cause I know I gotta watch that Billie Holiday movie, and I gotta
mm,
watch Judas and the Black Messiah. I still got to get through all of that.
yes, the best film of the year right now.
I've heard that's why I have to watch that shit.
But that could change if Coming to America 2 comes out and it's a great film.
I don't know.
I really have high hopes. I think Eddie Murphy will give us a great sequel because it's been too long, you know.
Right. Oh,
And he doesn't. I mean, other than Beverly Hills Cop and Doctor Doolittle and Nutty Professor, he really doesn't do sequels like that,
yeah.
you know.
Oh, I was going to tell you tomorrow, or I think midnight, the Biggie documentary is going to drop too. So
Yes, definitely. We could discuss that also. I don't know what I mean. How much is gonna be to discuss? I don't know. I don't even know what they showing. It looks like home video stuff from
to
D
be
Rock or whatever. Yeah.
honest with you, man, if you can discuss that, we can discuss on your channel
I, don't-
because
I wasn't planning on it, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I got to see it first. I don't know really know what new stuff they're gonna show.
I've seen the reviews for it. People just saying it's the same old stuff.
The same old shit, right? I actually liked the FX series hip hop
Uncovered.
uncovered. Yeah,
I
that was good.
I gotta watch that.
That was a good one. I mean, but it was basically a lot of it was the same shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Except like the beginning stuff was like the same shit that we saw in other documentaries.
Yeah.
Um,
Hold that thought. I'm gonna get my tea
yeah,
right.
90s Pete Rock definitely. 2000s Pete was hit and miss for me, but you got joints. Definitely 90s Pete. Mecca and the Soul Brother, yes, a classic. Again, like I was talking about last night, a classic that we sat with for 20 years. We didn't just call it a classic the minute it dropped.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna answer a few more comments because I saw some
Yes,
comments.
I saw Pete Rock in 1992. That was my first concert.
Oh, 92. Oh, wow.
Yes, they were on the Uptown MCA tour, but they were the only ones that wasn't signed to the label.
Sam said I should be a Richard Pryor for Halloween. I already got my Halloween costume. I'm planning on being Buster Rhymes, to be real with
Oh
you.
Lord, you gonna be Busta Rhymes, really?
Either Buster or Michael Jackson, but to rock with you, rock with Michael Jackson.
Oh wow, with the boots and all that, the glitter boots and oh my God, I can't wait to see that.
Oh yeah, cause what I might do, I might just have people just throw glitter on me, but
Hmm.
I want to find the right. If I can find the right afro,
Right. I mean, you can always grow your afro like Michael's. He had a small afro. You halfway there. You know what I'm saying? You halfway there.
True. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the Buster Rhymes, that might be a challenge though.
Yes, that's gonna be a challenge.
I'm gonna start planning that next month too.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Are you doing 90s Buster or you doing 2000s Buster?
90s Buster.
90s Buster, so you can have like the fake dreads and
If I can
oh
find
wow. That's
it.
gonna be interesting.
If not, and this is my third choice.
Hmm.
Actually, I have four choices. I'm gonna say the fourth one as a surprise.
Hmm.
My third choice is Bobby Brown.
Oh god.
Yeah, don't be cruel with Bobby Brown.
Wow.
That's
How
the
you
thing.
pulling that off, Reg? I want to see that.
That's the thing. Lately, I think when I became an adult, I just love Halloween more.
Hmm.
Because when I was growing up, my mom always said, "Oh, Halloween's the devil's holiday."
Right.
I was like, "Yeah, I know this whole story about Halloween or whatever, but still,
I used to always be the villain for some reason. I was Dracula. I was Darth Vader. I was Freddy Krueger. I was always the villain. You
not the villain."
know what I mean? Yes, always. I never. I don't remember any time I played like a superhero or anything. I was always the villain.
It's because that bald head. You know, all villains have villains. So
Hmm.
Lex Luthor,
Antoine was good.
the dude from
Nah, I don't like Lex. Lex. I like new Lex from the from Smallville. Not Gene Hackman Lex. I thought he was a wimp. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? Like General Zod and the other cats with him was more of a threat to Superman back then than Lex was to me.
I feel you
You
on
know,
that. Shoot.
a Janet Jackson costume. Who's dressing up as Janet Jackson?
I mean, they have the rhythm. I've seen the Rhythm Nation
Really?
costume.
Oh
Yeah,
wow, interesting.
yeah, man. We're gonna go in about 3 more minutes and shit. Just wanna enjoy this tea a little bit.
Das effects. They want effects or Chief Rocker.
Das.
Definitely love Das. I love both of them, but They Want Effects is like a bigger hit.
That's another album we want to talk about this week.
Yes, that series is underrated.
You think so?
I think see there's certain albums like Michael Jackson Dangerous and Das Effects Dead Series that they got the praise back then, but over time people forgot about them. Cause Dangerous was a big album for Michael back then. Over time, I don't. When they talk about Michael albums, you don't hear Dangerous. You hear everything else.
But yeah, with Dangerous, I agree. I just always thought with Das Effects Dead Serious, I knew it wasn't as talked about like yet
Hmm.
as Chronic or maybe as
Right.
American Soul Brother, but in terms of style,
Hmm.
how everybody was trying to rap like them, the whole
Yeah.
Iggy shit,
Hmm.
I always felt like it was a cinema place when it came to hip hop around that time.
Yes.
Stuff. Even that
Yes.
whole
Hold it down. I love Hold It Down. A
yeah,
classic.
Put It Down, that's the best one.
Definitely.
Even that whole Fresh Prince episode where Will was dancing Das Effects and stuff like that, that's iconic to this
That
day.
was. They were just different. They were just in a different lane from everybody else.
True.
You know.
My favorite song is that Dum Dum.
Yes. Dum Dums.
Ooh,
Yes. I
that
love
was
that.
my joint. The oldest
Love
record.
that joint. Definitely.
But surprisingly though, like even the Suicide album, like I love this shit.
That was dope. That's some bangers on it.
Yeah, but I do have a few issues with that too, believe it or not.
Janet Jackson. Okay.
I swear y'all like the biggest Janet Jackson fan. I'm telling y'all. We might as well just talk about all the albums after
For
this.
real, right? Like
Because we just
Janet getting tagged in them, she gonna be like, "What the hell? They doing this without me?
right,
This is your life, Janet."
we have the Meter Joe, 20YO, and
Right,
Unbreakable. We might as well just talk about all of them at this point.
right.
I mean, I talked about Michael, so fuck it.
Favorite Fresh Prince of Bel Air episode?
The one where Will's dad comes back.
Yes, Ben Vereen. That was a great one.
That's a powerful shit.
Um, when Will took Ashley Christmas shopping for ornaments for the tree, he took
Ooh,
her to the hood spot, not the ghetto spot that they had for her.
I
He was
love
like, "Nah, we can't use this. We taking her to the hood spot for the tinsel and everything."
it. Right.
That was one of my favorite ones.
You know what? So one episode I love that nobody kind of talks about,
Hmm.
where Will was in the game show with Jazz and Tyreek,
Right.
and And they said, "What is the capital of Ohio?"
Mm.
Nigga said, "Oh." And they technically they when they gave him the right answer, I was like, "I'm not fucking. It is the capital city." So
Right.
I mean, fuck it. I'm ready whenever you are.
Yes. What up, Cruz?
You too. How's everyone doing this lovely Sunday night, the last day of Black History Month? It's your boy Reg in the building. And my homeboy Try with me.
What up?
Um, and we're going to talk about Pete Rock, Soul Survivor. Watch me pull up this album cover right now. This album was released in 1998 on Loud Records, which is under RCA and BMG. It only came out with one single, and that was True Master.
Take
Give
your
me,
time. That was a single too.
oh, take your time. That was
Yeah.
single.
There's a
Thank you.
video for that too.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that video.
Yeah.
Yeah, damn Wikipedia. Okay. Yeah, Take Your Time and True Master was a single. I could have sworn Half Man, Half Amazing was a single, but I was wrong probably.
I don't know.
But the only producers, of course, are Pete Rock and Grap Lover. Um, Guest appearances you have Inspector Deck, Corrupt, Method Man, OC, Raekwon, Prodigy, Ghostface, Peter Guns and Lord Tariq, Large Professor, Coogee Rap, Black Thought, Rob O, MC8, um, Jane Eugene of Loose Ends in general and stuff like that. Um, Vinia Mojita, Miss Jones, the reunion of Pete Rock and CL Smooth, Big Pun, Noriega, Common, Jesus Christ, Tragedy Kathy, Capra, Capadonna, Sticky Fingers, Heavy D and Beanie Man. Damn. Okay. Now this is what you call a lineup. Like
Yep.
this is what Puppies Forever wished it could do. Um, yeah, man, we already know who Pete Rock is. I mean, we already talked about where we came from. So,
Right.
after the release of the main ingredient, Pete Rock and CL Smooth, they broke up around that time. For creative differences and whatnot. And so around that time, Pete Rock he started working with his younger brother, Grap Lover, Raz G, and Rob O, and they started doing the I project, which they were supposed to have came out with the album Center of Attention in 1995 on Electro Records, but that album got shelved,
Right.
and I think the reason why it got shelved, according to Pete Rock, because of the fact that Sylvia Rome, who was at the time the head of Electro East West, whatever, um, basically she wasn't really fucking with the album and stuff like
Wow.
that, and they had like a lot of creative differences, and she pretty much wanted him to do like a Puffy Jiggy album because '95, Biggie and Puff was popping at that time
Right.
and whatnot. And Sylvia Rome, she's had a lot of issues when it comes to black artists and stuff too. So, she had issues with En Vogue,
Hmm.
who else? A lot of people. So it's just a whole list and stuff. So that Center of Attention album that pretty much became one of one of the most sought after hip hop albums, the most bootleg hip hop album of all time and shit.
Yeah.
Because he also did. P-Rock also produced the Data album, the original Baby Car
Yeah.
album.
Dita.
Dita, excuse me,
Yeah.
which that was dope. That was a dope one too.
Hmm.
Yeah, man. And one day we gonna have to talk about that one day.
Yes. Both of them. Both of them. You know what's crazy? I think it was like maybe '06, '07. I was at FYE, and I
Mhm.
realized that's when they had packaged both of those albums together.
Yeah.
And before then, I believe you could get I and I separately. I believe that they were selling that separately, but it was like a lot of money.
Yeah, man. 'Cause I know in some parts they sell that for like $100 and stuff.
Jesus.
Yeah, man. But that would be a double review, a dope
Yeah.
review and stuff. So, anyway, so around that time too, Pete Rock, he started to like produce for other cats too around that time. And so You know, also, 97, 98. That's when he got to deal with Loud Records, to do his own solo shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so that's how the Soul Survivor album came about. Um, I know there was a documentary
Yes.
about this album. To this day, I have yet to see that documentary.
It's on YouTube, but I've seen clips. I've never seen like the full version. I don't know if
Yeah,
the full version came with the initial release.
yeah, man. Cause I think on YouTube they used to have the full version, but they took it out because
They took it out, yeah.
copyright, of course. But and even if the clips I've seen on YouTube, it's not like the best of quality like that. I'm sorry.
Right.
So excuse me, again. This album has about 17 tracks. Let's get this shit started. Track number one, Soul Survivor intro with Pete Rock. This was a very, very dope intro. I love that beat. I used to hear that beat a lot in YouTube when niggas used to always post like a rare 90s rap song. They always used to post an intro
Right.
before the song and stuff like that. Just it was like nostalgia. We had to remember that intro. That one and that whole hop, skip, hop or whatever. That did it, did. I don't know if y'all remember that beat, but yeah, man, very, 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 very dope beat and stuff like that. It's a classic in my opinion.
Yeah, this is like a nice intro, and you got Pete, giving shout outs to his family and his friends, and Marley Marl, who at that time he had the radio show Future Flavors on Hot 97. I was a big fan of that show, and giving shout out to his label, and thanking all the artists on the album, and he's basically like just giving shout outs over like some horns playing in the back, and I thought it was like a nice way to set the tone for this album.
Oh yeah, man, definitely a very nice place of tone. Which brings us into track number two, True Master featuring Inspector Deck and Corrupt. Oh man, this was another dope track. Technically it's not the first time Deck and Corrupt did a song together because if you guys know your Death Row history, if I'm not I think Deck was on the original version of Got My Mind Made Up from the Tupac track
Right.
and stuff like that, but Suge had to scrap that verse because he quote unquote thought his verse was too lengthy or whatever, some
Mm.
bullshit. You know, yeah, man. But other than that, this was a very hot joint right here. I have to say, Corrupt definitely stole the show
Right.
on this track. And mind you, this was Corruption, Corrupt. This was
Right.
Corruption, Corrupt. So yeah, man. I love the line where Corrupt says, "I'm the epicenter of this natural disaster. I'm disastrous with statues, cold and hot flashing, master self, a whole carload of explosive like Zero, your host of death with the intellect from wiz to warlocks." Like, man, Corrupt is just nasty on that mic around that time.
Crazy.
Man. Classic.
Oh yeah. I love True Master. Love the video with the, they all NASCAR racing, and it was great to see, you know, d- uh, uh, during that whole East Coast West Coast. Well, I mean, just getting over the East Coast West Coast beef, and it was good to see Corrupt, collaborating with Pete Rock and Inspector Deck on this, and Corrupt did his thing, and Pete. I love Deck's verse. And he's saying pop corks while the sound knock your socks off. Ghetto summer jam got the streets blocked off. Cops try to knock me off but stop short. On with my thoughts. Move the world with the unknown force. Fire lines from Deck. Always a great table setter for anybody's track. Um, I love the beat and the little flute loop and the horns and the bass. Everything about it is a classic Pete Rock track. One of my favorites all time.
Yeah, man. Even the intro is
Yeah.
dope, man.
Right, with the little different scratches and samples and stuff. I love
Yeah,
that.
yes, man. And that brings us into the next track, Half Man, Half Amazing. This is a Method Man. Well, not it's Pete Rock and Method Man just going back and forth, and that's another thing too that I'm always say on this channel. Pete is a dope MC.
Right.
Pete is pretty much one of my top five producer MCs ever, and he
Definitely.
writes his shit if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
So yeah, yeah, you can't say that about a lot of motherfuckers like Dupree and Puffy and stuff like that. So yeah, man. Half man, half amazing. Definitely a very hot joint right here. Meth. In my opinion, as much as Pete did his thing, I have to say Meth was the one who stole the show. I mean, this beat was made perfectly for him, in my opinion. Like,
Hmm. Definitely.
especially with a Takal 2000 out, I could definitely have seen this joint on Takal 2002
Oh yeah.
and stuff. So yeah, man, definitely. I love the line where he says, "Niggas ain't supposed to feel hot niggas, you know the deal. If you read the resume, give a fuck what niggas say." Like, man, I just fucking love this verse on that. Like that beat with the horns and the piano.
Yes.
I mean, come on, man.
Great joint. I love Method Man. One of my favorite members in Wu. Any track he's on, he's always killing it. Definitely stole the show in here. He says, style blazing, iron lung on this collaboration. Money for the taking, I ain't sweating confrontation. With P to the aura, we be the men's of tomorrow. Master license to kill, bringing the horror. Fire joint, the bass line is fire, the guitar strings, the beat. He has like a real offbeat guitar string, and
Right.
the banging track. I love it.
Yeah, love the references to it ain't hard to tell too.
Right.
Love those references and shit. So yeah, man. That was half man, half amazing. Um, next thing we got is respect mine. Again, you had OC and Pete Rock. You had like the East Coast finest, East
Yeah.
West Coast finest
Mm.
on this. It doesn't come to think like, what if they had like a few Southern MCs on this shit too? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah, I can picture Andre, but at that time, I think Southern hip hop was still not fully
Right.
accepted yet. So,
Yeah.
but other than that, your name was Scarface. But at the end of
Hmm.
the this was another hot joint right here. Nice usage of brother respect mine, either take mine, that whole Raekwon sample and shit like that. Yeah, man. OC again, another MC we've talked about a couple months ago when we did the
Right.
fucking double review on Word Life, and I'm Joel.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, it's only a matter of time before he
Hmm.
does Pete Rock and shit too. So
Definitely.
yeah, classic shit.
Yes. Dope joint. OC's always been an underrated lyricist to me. He has classics. Always been one of my favorites. Love the beat and the bass line. I like the Raekwon sample in it as well, from the uh uh was it Jealous One's Envy album, Respect Mine,
Yeah,
and from the Wu joint. And OC saying prominent, or dominant, moral Islamic, amazing phenomenon like Hades Comet, expedition, thoughts of truck, my mind shine like rim spinning thoughts, bright as fuck. Classic, classic joint. It was great to hear OC over a Pete Rock beat. Definitely love it.
yeah, love it indeed, love it indeed. Then we're gonna get into the game featuring Raekwon, Prodigy, and Ghostface.
Right.
Man, this is another hot joint right here. You know what I'm saying? So pretty much the song, all them cats was signed under Loud Records and stuff like that. And they just out chilling, and that's how they pretty much made this song and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. They all did their thing. It's so I can't
Yeah.
even who dropped the dopest verse and stuff like that. Everyone did their thing.
Right.
So that's all I have to say on that one. You know what I'm saying? So very dope joint.
I'm gonna pick Prodigy. Um,
Okay.
I think this is a classic lineup of lyricists. Classic lineup. I'm gonna go with Prodigy verse. You know what I'm saying? It's just dope. He says, "Don't let your emotions get involved talking to the wrong culprit. The killer be the soft spoken. So what's your intentions? You on the globe for a moment, throw on your two pennies, then you're boating. I rock for the few chosen who get their third minds open. Write a page that'll engage war and incite fights. Fire verse from Prodigy. I love the beat. The bass line has like a bagpipe type of melody. Definitely one of the best on here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Rest in peace, to Prodigy, by the way.
Yes.
Um, then we're gonna get into number one Soul Brother with Pete Rock. Yeah, number one Soul Brother with Pete Rock. That's pretty much little short little thing about why Pete Rock why he calls himself the Soul Brother and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Just like a drag. Like that's one thing about Pete Rock that I fuck with. Like he is
Mm,
one of the best braggadocio rappers I've ever heard.
right.
Stuff like that. So, and that's always been his main Steve and stuff. You know what I'm saying? The braggadocio and stuff. As
Yeah.
far back as when he did Don't Curse with Heavy D.
Right. Classic.
Very dope joint. Yeah, classic indeed.
Yes. This is what this is. This might be my favorite track on here. Like it's a Pete Rock solo joint, and I like the fact that he showed that like he got a couple joints on here where he's like by himself and he can rock without a whole bunch of other lyricists around him that's better than him lyrically.
Yeah.
But he held his own on here, and him. I like the little Rakim reference he did with this, saying I take seven ill drums, put them in a line, and add seven more snares to make it combine. It'll take seven horns before I start my rhyme. Now it's 21 beats made up at the same time. I love that, and we know what Rakim joint that's from. That was a classic. I love the beat, the drums on here, the way that he did like the drum patterns with it, like it's like they all stack up on it, like on top of each other. I love that shit with the hi hats and the bass line. It has like a xylophone melody. Um, Dope samples of Keras One and Rakim on the song. And then like when this track is over, you got like a second beat that comes in, and you got Funk Flex talking on that part of the song. Definitely one of my favorites on this album.
Yeah, I hear you on that, bro. Um, then we're gonna get to Rocksteady Part Two. I'm gonna be this feature Peter Guns and Lord Tariq. I'm gonna be real. It's probably my least favorite song off this album.
Okay.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I have nothing against Peter Guns and Lord Tariq. I have nothing against them, but the beat. I've heard that sample used plenty. I think it's just I've heard that sample used plenty of times. I just expected
Right.
something better.
Right.
And Lord Tariq and Peter Guns, they weren't like the jiggiest rappers, but they were borderline.
Right.
Like they were borderline. I want to say like jiggy jig, but they were like on that borderline shiny suit, just that.
Hmm.
Y'all know what I'm saying and stuff.
Right.
So yeah, man. What's the legions? Um,
Legions was good.
but other than that, lyrically they all did their thing. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, I guess it is amount for something.
Well, I was always a big Lord Tariq and Peter Guns fan from Deja Vu and
Yeah.
the only album they came out with.
Thanks, Peter.
You know, I don't. I think Columbia House dropped the ball with their album. It wasn't promoted after the first single, and they lost the deals with Columbia and Peter Guns. He had to borrow money from Shaq because I think Shaq was he was the godfather to Shaq's kids or something like that, or Shaq was the godfather to his kid,
I knew there
and
was a connection between those two.
yeah, and he ended up going on reality TV later on, and but I've always been a fan of this. I always thought that they were like they could have been a dope rap group if they had more stuff, but I don't think they were bad on this. I actually like Peter Gunn's verse on here, and he's saying you see even on my block I got to watch my back because certain shiesty motherfuckers know I'm rolling with Shaq, and plus I am tall and slim with the Joker grin. I bet your girl knows, nigga, who the fuck I am. And I like the sample. They sampled the EPMD manslaughter track
Yeah.
from Business Never Personal classic album. I like
Oh
the
yeah.
beat. Hmm?
I said, oh yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was a good song.
Yeah, I was thinking. Yeah, 'cause I know you're a fan of Peter Guns and Lord Tariq and Peter Guns.
Underrated album. I might discuss that at some point.
I'll probably do it with you if you're down.
Yeah,
Okay.
we do that for the anniversary. I think it's in June or something.
That. All right. Now we're gonna get into Truly Yours '98 featuring Large Professor and Coogee Rap.
Right.
Very very dope song. It's a remake of the classic Coogee Rap and DJ Polo track Truly Yours. Um. Yeah, man, definitely very dope. I feel like Large Professor to me had the better version. I mean, Coogee Rap is always phenomenal, but
Right.
Large Professor just came a long way and shit, in my opinion.
I actually like Lost Professor's verse on here the best. and it's almost like he's talking about a woman, but the woman was hip hop,
Yep.
and he's saying I'm a critical brother when it comes down to broads, but this here was like a Grammy award. Had style and grace, class, a lot of taste. On a slow dance, we romance around my place like a king from Queens is how she made me feel. And if I did dirt, it was locked and sealed. But nice 80s type of break beat. I like the horn samples on here. Definitely a banger.
Oh yeah, definitely a banger indeed and shit. Um, Next track is about that time featuring Black Thought and Rob O. Another dope track, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Another dope track. I mean, I'm not gonna remember. This has no filler. This album has no filler whatsoever.
right.
I mean, even the shit I said about Rocksteady Part Two, though, I still can fuck with that. Just
Pretty
having
like
examples
that.
like that. But yeah, this was a young and hungry Black Thought, in my
Mm,
opinion.
right.
Definitely doing this thing, just setting it off. Then you had Rob O, another underrated MC, doing his thing, and then you had Pete Rock ending it out.
Right.
So yeah, very hot joint right there. Love the beat to it too. Love the drum pattern they were using. So yeah, man.
Yeah, definitely another dope track. A nice beat. The hi hats. It was real like spacey, some spacey sounds in the background. Nice bass line. Black Thought definitely stole the show. He said, his excellence is the most poetically inventive official hip hop shit. That's your incentive to cop this actual fact and not the likeness. Because possibly clones will try to do like this, fathom this, lyrically fabulous, vocabulous, hold mics like 4/5 and lick shot. Fire verse from Black Thought. Definitely, it was nice to hear him on a Pete Rock song.
Yes sir, indeed. Now, one of my all-time favorite songs, "One Life to Live" with MC8. Yo, I'm just gonna be real, man. Eight is a West Coast icon, legend, whatever.
Right,
Um, I was a little bit worried. Be real, I was a little bit worried and stuff like that. But at the same time, he definitely did his thing on this one. It was like very, like I said, very cool to hear him on
right,
that smooth, melodic kind of beat and stuff. Cause you know, Eight is like the way he raps and stuff like that. You know, he puts like a lot of emphasis in his words, like when he raps and stuff. And you know, Pete Rock is more like a smoother production and stuff like that. So the way he kind of carried it, I'm just saying, was just like bread and butter,
right.
in my opinion. So yeah, MC8 definitely a legend in my opinion. Fuck with this.
Yeah, he doesn't. He's another underrated lyricist that he doesn't get a lot of, praise for. I can't say that I was a fan of MC8 from the beginning. I like my introduction to him probably would have been like around the time he was beefing with Quick, and like right around the time that the '94 album dropped,
Okay.
and that's when really I started getting into his music. But before then, I wasn't really a fan. Like I knew of him Compton's Most Wanted, but I was like not a fan of theirs like that. But I used to always see their videos, so like I really started getting into his solo stuff when We Come Strapped came out. Classic album, and he definitely killed this on here. And he said 10 years in the game, change remain. Quick to spit most shit like Old Dog and Kane. Better write, taught a nigga no pain, no gain. So I grabbed the mic and spit like I'm going insane. Definitely some fire lines. I like the bass line. It's a real melodic track. Really, it's a really different song for eight. Even though like he can do the melodic as well, but like again, like pairing him up with Pete Rock, that was something different to hear. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm so used to hearing like the G Funk and gangster shit from him, but when you
Yeah.
pair him up with like a Primo or with a Pete Rock, it's like a match made in heaven.
Yeah. I'm just gonna be real with you. I kind of prefer Compton was Wine over NWA.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Definitely very underrated West Coast dude. And like you said before, and I think the only East Coast producer I've ever heard it work with was Primo.
Primo. Right.
Yeah, because he did that whole Which Way Is West album, which was
Right.
very
Fire.
underrated.
Definitely a banger.
Yes, that's what we have to say. But One Life to Live. Now I'm just gonna be real. The next couple of tracks, I'm not even too sure what I might pick as my favorite because all these could be like a contender.
Right.
But I would do the Take Your Time, featuring Loose Ends. Man, you guys know how much I love Loose Ends.
Hmm.
I know we said we were doing a discography breakdown for the one day,
Yeah.
but that's gonna come soon because
Right.
apparently some people want the Teddy Pendergrass one. I don't know. So,
Oh Lord.
yeah,
We
man.
just
So,
we just got through Luther. Like now people asking
right,
for Teddy.
let's do some hip. Don't worry, we'll do Digital Underground then Teddy. Yeah, let me do a hip hop
You
one.
think you're tired? I would be tired after that.
Oh, anyway, Carl McIntosh and Jane Eugene, they contributed to this track right here. Love, 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 love the beat, love this track. I mean, Pete Rock and Loose Ends. If Loose Ends would have done like a comeback album, if they would have gotten their shit together and made a comeback album in the '90s, Pete Rock better produce that shit.
Yeah.
Cause
Facts.
again, the way they were flowing, it was like certain artists you never expected to work with Pete
Right.
sounded so beautifully and shit like that on with them. Like A,
Hmm.
Pun,
Hmm.
Sticky Fingers. Oh, hold on, I'm getting way ahead of myself right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm getting way ahead of myself with the Sticky
Oh
Fingers.
yeah.
But yeah, that's all I have to say on that.
A beautiful track. Real melodic. Again, it has like a real R&B feel to it. Nice pianos, nice bass line, nice beat, the hi hats, loose ends on the chorus. Pete saying, watch the young ones play and think back in the day when fresh was the style plus the word to say. It's all love now. Let me show you how. Take time out and show you what life's all about. Definitely a great song. I remember seeing the video for it. They didn't play the video a lot like they did with True Master, but definitely a great song on this album.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that, man. Oh my god, man. It's just like certain good music these days, man. It's like certain
Yeah.
music these days you just gotta appreciate.
Hmm.
Um, then we're gonna get into Mind Blowing, featuring Vinia Morita. Love the usage of the Heatwave sample of the Mind Blowing Decisions. Everyone should know that track right there. Got Heatwave fans. Yeah, this is another smooth joint right here. You know what I'm saying? Just Pete Rock. Just telling the story, telling the story and stuff like that. Vinia Mojita, she appeared on a lot of shit in the '90s.
Hmm.
She appeared on a lot of shit, like from
Yep.
Tribe, De La
Tribe.
Soul.
Yep.
I mean, if it's not Vinia Mojita, is
Beat Miners.
yeah, Beat Minus
Beat
too.
Miners album. Yep.
Yeah, man. So yeah, definitely the dope.
Helter Skelter. That your song therapy.
Ooh,
Yes, that was her.
oh, how could I forget about that one?
Yep.
Yeah, man. Where I wonder where she's at right now.
I've always see people ask that on Instagram. Like they always make a post like, "What happened to this woman?" I don't know.
Shit, man. We need more Ethan, man.
Yeah,
Fuck.
definitely.
Maybe some of these trash rap songs today might be just upgrade and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But let me stop. Yeah, this was a very dope joint. I love this shit right here.
Yeah. Yes, another banger by Pete. And you got Vinia Mojica on the chorus. Lovely singer. The sample they Kid and Play also sampled this for a song called Decisions on the Funhouse album. I believe Salt and Pepper was featured on that as well.
For sure.
But Coogee was good. But yeah, this definitely was a dope song, dope beat, bass line, nice guitar strings on this. Pete basically talking about getting with a chick and saying, I guess we going deep cover and you still got the hunger for the chocolate boy wonder, back to the days of thunder. Thighs and light eyes, caramel surprise, soft skin and healthy size. I'm just that type of guy. So I thought it was good. Again, it's another solo track by himself, and he got the singer on the chorus, and it was dope.
Yeah, man. Definitely a dope track right here. Then we're gonna get to Soul Survivor featuring Miss Jones. The girl on Try's favorite Big Pun song.
I don't know. You the only one I know that love that song.
Hey, Fuck it.
Miss and the thing is, Miss Jones was a great singer. I don't know what happened between her singing career and being like a shock jock on Hot 97 at that time.
Powers to be, man.
Yeah,
But yeah, Soul Survivor. This was another hot joint. You know, not one again, not only one of my favorites, but like not a bad track.
right.
Miss Jones definitely did a thing on this one.
Hmm. Yeah, it was dope. It had like some real spaced out sounds in it. I like the beat. You got Miss Jones in the chorus. You got Pete saying there's a steady supply of hate in the air to them cats who scared of ice grill with the glare. But everything's fair in the city. The shiesty, the shifty, cause I'm the epitome of a raw deal now. So I thought it was cool. It's not one of my favorites, but it was alright.
Right. Um, Track number 14, The Two, featuring CL Smooth. You know, this was a very hot. It is a very hot joint right here. It's the reunion
Right.
between one of the hip hop's most celebrated duos of all time. Um, yeah, man, CL Smooth, man. I don't care what no one says. This cat's underrated. Definitely, it's like definitely love his flow, love his voice, love his delivery and stuff like that. And he did not
Right.
disappoint me with this one. But yeah, very dope joint.
This is definitely one of my favorite rap duos ever. My first rap concert was seeing them on tour with the Uptown MCA artists in '92, and it was unreal, and from the moment I've heard like when they reminisce over you and lots of loving, straighten it out. It's they've always been one of my favorites. I remember standing in line to get Mecca and the Soul Brother, and there was like a guy in back of me, and he actually told me don't buy the album. He was like, nah, don't buy that album. It's whack. And
Oh wow.
I looked at him like, what? With a side eye. You know what I'm saying? And um, you know, that's a classic album. And then Main Ingredient, I cut class to get Main Ingredient back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like that. That's how like fully invested I was with the group and everything that Pete Rock came out with. I always check for, whether it was a remix or a solo album, or instrumental album, whatever it was. Even now, like I still check for his stuff. Whatever he does with Flea Lord or with, you know, what's dude named Sky Zoo. You know what I'm saying? Or with Smoke Dizza, I always check for his stuff. So he's definitely my favorite producer. Him and Primo. And it was really heartbreaking to hear that the group broke up and they had creative differences. There's personal stuff that's going on with the group. I believe Pete Rock is the godfather for CL Smooth's older son. His son is like older now, but I believe he's the godfather for his son. And even now, it's like I've seen CL Smooth in interviews, and he's like talking crap about Pete, and talking about how Pete owes him, and I just think that's real like fucked up for him to do. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're trying to reunite, a group with the other half, is like the last thing you need to be doing is going on social media and talking shit about him. Because that's not Pete. Like Pete though, he doesn't do shit like that.
Right, I
And
never
he,
heard no one say
yeah,
anything.
see, he's done it. Cause I've seen interviews where he's come out and he's talked about how he feels like Pete owes him. Like he owes him shit because of what I'm saying? Because he feel like he made the group. I'm like, the group is Pete Rock and CL Smooth, not CL Smooth and Pete Rock. You know what I'm saying? And I just think like CL wasn't doing that see, back then we didn't even have the internet. So it was like all word of mouth. But like for him to go on social media and talk about like he feel like Pete owes him, and I just think that's a sucker move for him to do. And I've never seen Pete in any interview, even when this album came out. And I remember watching there was a show on public access TV on BCAT. If anybody in Brooklyn know about BCAT TV, they used to have like little hip hop shows like on Friday nights. And when this album came out back in the day, I remember Pete like being in the interview and talking about this album. And they asked him about CL, and he was like, "Yo, I don't want to talk about that." And I've never seen no interview ever where he talked about like the problems with him and CL. You know what I'm saying? And I just think like CL is like any chances that he had to reunite the group, I think is already gone because if Pete really wanted to reunite this group, he would have did it a long time ago. I don't think now he's even looking at that. I think it's too late now. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I don't believe CL was really a part of this album. I think this song the two was like a unreleased joint because they got a lot of unreleased joints that didn't make certain albums. They did countless soundtracks. I think this might have been like an unreleased joint that Pete just put on the album. I don't think they actually were in the studio for this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I mean it was dope. CL is definitely underrated. I've always liked his flow. He always had a different flow. He was always in a different lane from everybody else. His lyrics was always insightful and he said Foundation due in 92 to 10 review. Respect new and that blue. They reminisce over you. Number one with the bullet and my pit named Black is the best who ever did it on a Pete Rock track. Definitely, true to words, he is definitely the best ever dude on a Pete Rock track. I just feel like you can't like talk shit about your man if you trying to reunite and I don't understand that.
Yeah, I don't understand that shit either. You know what I'm saying? But to each his own. That's all I gotta say. Because I don't want them to end up like what happened with Gangstar.
That's another thing because you think about that and even like you saw like the beef between Guru and Primo that was so messed up and then like some Solar is involved in it and you know I think they should have reconciled before Guru got sick and passed away and I don't want to see the same thing happen with CL. We saw the whole shit with Fife and Q-Tip that lasted too long, and it's just time. It's time. It's been over 20 something years. It's time for them to reunite and make some classic hip hop again.
Right. I definitely hear you about that shit. We are at where we at? Where we at? At two. Oh, Verbal Murder 2 featuring Big Pun, Noriega, and Common. Again, another very dope joint. Um, a lot of pops and cuts of this bitch. But yeah, man. This song right here, pretty much just showed everyone again at their A game. And so the thing about this song, for what Pete Rock said, was that Pun pretty much did his verse in one take. Um, and then the next day, Nori came and did his verse, and a couple days later, Common came and did his verse and shit too. So
Right.
yeah, man. And I'm again, you know me, I have to say Pun had the best verse in my opinion. I mean, this was nasty, pun and lyrically nasty. Like I rush your crib like Jehovah Witness, blow up any soldier's infants. Like Jesus Christ, come on. I mean, R.I.P. to Pun. I mean, I was not I was not expecting Common to be in a joint with Pun and Noriega. To be real with you, I was not. And I almost forgot he was on this song and shit. But
Right.
I felt like he definitely did his thing too. This was around the time when he came out with One Day Will All Make Sense, which
Yes.
I'm gonna be real,
Classic.
that's pretty much his most lyrical album.
Classic album.
That's his most lyrical album to date, in my opinion, because
Mhm.
he went in on that
Yep.
joint. But
Definitely.
we did a review on that months ago, so
Yes.
I can check it out.
That's one of my favorite ones, yo. Cause I always thought that was an underrated Common album, and
Yeah,
even when that album came out, they always talked about Resurrection and not giving props to that album. They skipped over that album. They went straight to like Water for Chocolate. I'm like, well, what about One Day Don't Make Sense? That's just as great as like Water for Chocolate or B. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like when people say again, I was in a group chat with people saying that Big Sean is the GOAT and Common has no fucking classics at all. I'm like, y'all are nuts, and I left the group chat. You
well,
know what I'm saying? I'm like, this man has three or four classics in my opinion.
big, big,
You know what I'm
big,
saying? And being that he was from Chicago, that never we always New York always fuck with Common. We never looked at him like, oh, well, he's a Chi-Town MC, and you know what I'm saying? He could collaborate with anybody. De La Soul, Mos Def, The Roots,
big
you know,
shot.
yeah, Black Star, like anybody. You know what I mean? Yeah, like Big Sean is better than Common when. You know
You
what I'm
mean
saying? So
ass, bro?
yeah, I'm not gonna put the Instagram page on blast because I'm cool with them people, but their group chat sucks. I can't be in a group chat with a bunch of 20-year-olds. You know what I'm saying? But Common has always been one of my favorite lyricists, and I think he had a great verse on here. He said, beef it was finna be. My appetite for destruction is finicky. He was an industry type, influenced by magazines and snipes. Rocked Adidas, but he had no stripes. I could tell in high school that he had no fights. Hold dick better than he hold mics. Fire joint. I love the beat, the bass line, the scratching. You got Pete at the end of the track talking about like how he started as a DJ and entering DJ competitions and how he talked about you got to have like an ear for music, and that was dope. So definitely a classic track.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you about that, bro. After that, we're gonna get into oh boy, Strange Fruit featuring Tragedy, Capadonna, and Sticky Fingers. Yeah, this is like my favorite track off this album. But I have to be real, man. Most of my favorite track has got to come from the legendary performance that Sticky Fingers did on this track. I feel
Hmm.
like this is probably his best verse he's ever done. I mean, just the emotion on this joint, you know what I'm saying? And Sticky Fingers, he's always been like one of those cats that just you can just feel the shit. You can just feel like craziness in him and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, especially like when he yells, like those schizophrenic kind of flow he has. Niggas see me in the club, start ducking and tucking the link. Like I restored to robbing niggas for table scraps in the hood. We do away with cats, and in the river threw away the cats. I mean, oh my fucking god, man, this nigga just went in on this fucking track. You know what I'm saying? Um, to this day, one of, if not one of the best hip hop tracks of all time. And of course, it's crazy. I was just watching the link of Billie Holiday, and he was influenced by the song "Strange Fruit" by Billie Holiday too. So
Yo, I love this track, yo. Like that chorus, say, yo, the world plant seeds in my mind, strange fruit, survivalist, basing my life on rap loot. I love that. That chorus is fire. The beat, the bass line, the piano loop on that. Tragedy, Gaddafi, another underrated lyricist, killed it. Sticky Fingers killed it. Capadonna, I forgot he was on there. He definitely killed it. He says, represent on some deep impact. Aluminum woo bat. I got it like that. Slang combat. I plant two seeds in your head. Kids, stand back. Fire joint. I wish he had a video for this because I think I used to hear this on college radio, and they were playing this like it was a single. I'm like, yo, they should have made a video for this joint, man. That should have been would have been crazy. Definitely one of my favorites on here.
yeah, I definitely agree with you on that, man. I think it was a bit too heavy at that time as a community, like Strange Fruit. Oh shit! But
Right.
um, then we're gonna get to the last track, "Massive Hold Tight" featuring Heavy D and Beanie Man. Nice way to end up the album. Just do like a little dance hall, has a little dance hall feel to it and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, yeah, man, very dope track. Rest in peace to Heavy D.
And yes.
Yeah, legend.
He yes. He saved the best for last. His cousin Heavy D. I didn't realize that Heavy D was his cousin until like I want to say like the Blue Funk album when that came out, cause like there was like little interludes in between those songs, and Hev was like talking about like when Trouble T had passed away, and Pete was his cousin, and he talked about like a lot of things. He had another brother that got shot and killed. So I didn't even realize that, and I've seen Heavy D in concert like twice. Once in '94 and the other once in '92 and the other '94, and both times he killed it, and he could dance his ass off better than his own dances. It was
Right.
crazy to see like a big guy at that time like move like that, and that was another bad loss for hip hop because I grew up with a lot of Heavy D and the Boys albums, and that was a big loss for me when he passed away. Definitely a legend, and it was great to have like Heavy D on the last song in here, like another a dancehall joint because Heavy D also dabbled in dancehall. He did stuff with Supercat and Beanie Man, and it was great to see him on here with Beanie Man. It has like that dancehall beat. Being your crew star, we not afraid of them. I love that. Heavy D saying I sip Henny, so I piss Henny with a Coke back and lemon twist. ambidextrous when it comes to diamonds on my wrist. Fire joint. Definitely a great way to end the album. Rest in peace to Heavy D.
Yes, sir. All right. Oh, just to let you know, Ashley's gonna take a quick shower before we start.
All right,
Um, Dope album, classic album in my opinion. Pete Rock just proved, 4 years after Pete Rock and CL Smooth, I can hold my own when it comes to an album. And this nigga's not just making beats, he's rapping too,
right,
doing his thing and shit like that. So yeah, man. The production definitely has like the classic boom bap East Coast, but at the same time, there was some tracks I did like the futuristic direction that they went to
right,
and whatnot. And all the guest appearances on this album, they definitely did it. You can't really say that about a lot of like producer albums. There'll be that one motherfucker that would just,
right.
have a weak verse or some shit like that. But it's just literally one of those albums where everything just fully comes together. I'm gonna give this a 5 mics.
Definitely. They definitely. This caught me by surprise. Like again, we didn't have the internet back then, so I had no idea he was coming out with a solo album and with all of these like big name features. All of these cats are like, with the exception of like the ones that we lost, like all of them are like still doing it in the genre. You know what I'm saying? And you know, the production was great as always, and the songs, and it was great to see Pete Rock showcases his talent for like getting on the mic. Like that's hard to do, like to wear two hats in the studio, to be a producer, a great producer like him, and then to be on the mic. And I think he definitely held his own. With tracks like "Take Your Time" and "Mind Blowing" and "True Master," "Soul Brother Number One," one of my favorite joints on there. "Strange Fruit" definitely was a great all around album. I definitely need to get this 5 mic classic in my opinion.
Yeah, I see what you're saying about that. All right. So while I send everyone these invites,
It was Heavy D. D Dot. Nah, D Dot was a artist that Pete Rock was he had produced his first album. He was working with him. Yeah, Dito was another one. Grap Lover, Robbo. He was working with all of them cats. The NY, the young NY, or not, what's it, what they call it, Young Gunners or something. I forgot what their name was. It was a group that he was working with from Mount Vernon also. The YGs or something like that.
yeah, somebody, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I haven't heard from BJ all day today.
Huh?
I'm surprised BJ's not in the chat.
Yeah, I haven't seen him. He must be scared to come on camera. Where you at, BJ? I spoke to him earlier.
I'm just gonna send him a link just in case. All right, Eric, I sent it. If you're watching, I'm gonna get some more to you right quick.
Thanks. Appreciate it, Antoine. The Iron Eye album is definitely an underrated classic. That's one of my favorite albums. I love the production from Pete Rock on there. When you had songs like Grown Man Sport and Faking Jacks, and definitely a solid album that needs more. That's another album that needs more praise. And it's expensive. Oh shit, it's like $100, and it's out of print. It's like $100. I definitely need to get that one. And
when I was,
95. Sam.
you said what?
Nah, I was talking to Sam.
You know what I was just thinking? I'm just watching Coming to America.
Hmm.
I gotta say, Vanessa Bell's character is more fun than Lisa's character.
You think she's more fun now than before?
No, no, I said in the movie,
Oh,
Lisa was cute, but the girl that Hakeem was supposed to marry, she was cute. I feel like
yeah, she was alright. She was alright.
but you heard about the controversy about what she said in the interview?
Which? Who? Sherry?
No, Vanessa Bell
What she
Carroll.
say?
How she was supposed to have been playing Lisa, but she didn't play Lisa because she was dark skinned.
I believe that. I
Same.
believe that. Cause I mean, I was about to say, I'm like, Hakeem went for the light skinned chick.
If you, I love Coming to America, but we watching the movie, the dark skinned brown skin girls, they're always like either the weird girls or like the unattractive girls. Hell, even when they were in the club and they had Arsenio Hall dressed up in drag
Hmm.
and stuff like that, but then you had Lisa's character who was like everyone was supposed to go for and stuff like that,
Right.
and then even
78. Sam. Yeah.
yeah, even like the majority of the women those servers were mostly light skinned girls too and shit. So I don't know.
Kiss from a Rose. I love that song by Seal.
I can't.
Classic song. You don't like that song?
I was never a big Seal fan.
I'm not. I'm not I'm not really a big fan of. Like I know some of his songs, but I like that song because at the time I liked that Batman and Robin film. Eric was good.
What's up, Eric?
I don't know if BJ's coming. I hit him up, so I don't know.
Well, if it's just the four of us, then it's cool. He'll just jump in.
Where's Ashley at? She coming?
She's taking a shower.
Oh, okay.
I was saying if it's just the four of us, then it's cool though. I'm just getting my CDs and vinyls together right
Yeah,
now.
I didn't know that about the Pete Rock release. I didn't know about that.
I'm not surprised though.
Well, I hope he got paid for it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they would have put it out and not pay him. Eric, you hear us?
Yeah, I hear y'all. Y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I was trying to make sure I got a new phone and shit, so I'm just trying to make sure I'm coming through good.
It's all good.
All right.
Damn, I didn't realize I got a lot of shit, and I still got two more coming.
I got something coming in this week
I do
from.
too. I got some stuff coming from Japan, and so it's gonna take like maybe a month or so to come in.
Oh man, UPS all fucked up.
Fuck. Yeah, Eric. You ready?
Yeah, man, buying Japanese presses.
You said
Oh,
what?
what you saying?
You ready for coming to America too?
Oh, I was. Oh, I think it'll be good though, but I don't think it is surpass the first one though.
Man,
I heard some celebrities saying it's better than the first one. I'm like, I don't know. Fuck. Yeah, I just got a CD that dropped onto my bed and shit. Of course, I have. What?
yeah. Eric, you got a channel. You ain't even tell us. You got to promote your channel on here.
Oh my bad, man. You know, I don't really be talking about it. Like I be on other people's live streams, then I bring it up from time to time and stuff.
I seen Ronnie mention that you did a clips review or something.
Oh no, I uploaded the funeral track that they did off their executive audio footage album
Oh,
that was
okay,
supposed to come out in '99.
right. I never heard that one.
Yeah, I never heard the album either, but I one of my homeboys that I'm subscribed to, he did a like a little document, like a little mini document on him and stuff.
Dope.
I can dance, dance, dance,
What up,
dance.
Danny? Was good. He said, "What y'all think about Soul Survivor 2?"
That was pretty decent. I gotta re-listen to that one.
Yeah, it's been a couple years. I remember the song he did with Dead Prez. That was dope. And he got a joint with Talib Kweli.
Bitch ass nigga.
We can't say Talib on here no more, right?
I mean, y'all can say what y'all want to say. I can say what I want to say too. To be real with you, so
Yeah, I gotta revisit that album, Soul Survivor 2.
I don't know I don't know the nigga like that, so I don't know. I know he be saying some crazy shit on Twitter and stuff. So
I mean, me and Shamar didn't know the nigga like that, but that didn't stop him from disrespecting Shamar though. But that's another story.
Hey man, I know how Coogee feel. I've already gotten into it with artists on there.
I think after I did that beautiful struggle review, I just like, fuck this nigga. This shit is trash. And then all that shit about the sexual assault, all that.
Right, right.
Let me see if that Biggie documentary is out. Yeah, because it's past midnight.
Yeah, we all heard about it, Ronnie. Like, you know.
yeah, I seen the trailer for it.
Hmm.
The great.
I was like, oh okay, another Biggie document.
Another way
It's
of
just crazy now. They just milking his name for profit.
another way for Puffy to make his legacy.
Right.
You
Yeah,
wonder,
oversaturated nigga and shit.
wonder what he. It's called I Got a Story to Tell.
Yeah.
Let's see this great documentary. Oh shit, it's already up here. Okay.
Ray Sean said promote his channel. What's Ray Sean's channel? I didn't even know about it.
Oh yeah, he has like an animation channel and stuff like that where he does cartoons.
But drop the link, yo, so we could check it out.
Nigga, it's Monday already. What you mean coming Monday? This is supposed to be the greatest
Yeah,
documentary.
but they like Netflix. I think when they do new releases, it might be like two in the morning or something like that.
Oh wow.
That's what they used to do with the Marvel shows. Like when Luke Cage dropped, it'd be like 2 a.m.
Mm.
Teen Summit. Yeah, I remember Teen Summit.
I only saw like brief clips. I've never really been a Teen Center fan like that.
Yeah, Ananda.
Not dead.
Yeah.
While he was feeling himself doing this song. And shit. Just to let y'all know, I'm about to upload the Arsenio Hall and Soul Train video.
Oh, great. You doing that tonight?
Yeah, I'm uploading it right now.
Yeah, that was fun. That was a fun discussion.
Okay, cool.
Let's see what's going on in the hip hop world. Shit. See what's going on.
Y'all heard about
What
the
ain't
next
going
versus
on in hip
battle?
hop? A lot of bullshit.
You said what? Y'all said what?
Right. Eric?
You
Now
said
you
what?
was talking about the verses better. My bad.
Oh yeah, I was saying like the next verses they announced is gonna be Raekwon versus Ghostface.
That's trash. You can't do
I don't
that.
know why you would do that.
You can't do that shit. You can't
What?
split
Yeah.
the.
Okay. So they so they're gonna be playing each other's songs, like going back and forth, or like
Yep.
what they gonna be doing?
They're gonna be well. I did think it's a stupid idea. I think it should be the clan against somebody like another clique, but it's gonna be Ray against Ghost and um you know he mentioned they mentioned somebody else too. They mentioned I think it was Tony Braxton. It was a couple names they were mentioning, but the Ray and Ghost is coming up soon because they said the date's gonna be announced soon.
Why are they doing this? Why are they doing this?
That's just dumb.
Why are they doing this? Trash.
Why they want to put two Wu members against each other? That makes no sense.
Let's just do
I'd rather see them go up against another group.
Right.
let's do Beyonce versus Kelly Rowland then.
I
Right.
don't want to see that neither, Beyonce or want to. I ain't even a
I don't want to
Beyonce
see
fan
that
like that.
either.
I'm more of a Rihanna person.
Let's do Green Wiggins versus Raphael Sadiq.
Right.
Hell,
Jada versus Styles.
let's do Ice Cube versus Dr. Dre. Let's do that.
Right.
Speaking of Dre, the E40 and
That's
I,
not a
that
bad
that'd be
idea
nice
though,
too.
Reg.
I love to see that.
That's not
well,
a bad idea. Ice Cube against Dre. That's not bad.
I mean, I'm just talking out my ass right now, but
I'd
if that,
rather see that. I don't want to see Diddy and Dre. I don't think Diddy would beat Dre.
I feel like it will be entertaining, bro. Whatever floats y'all boat, shit.
Yeah. I think Cuban and Dre would be good though, cause Cube got a lot of good songs. You know. Yeah. Exactly. New Edition battling each other. I didn't understand that.
Let's do Pete Nice. Let's do Pete Nice versus MC Search.
Oh
Let's do
man.
Mick Jagger versus Keith Richards.
But Busta Rhymes and Missy, they mentioned that like they mentioned what the people were telling them in the comments, but they're like, oh, we already know we got that plan. I'm like, but when? Like you giving this? I wasn't hyped for Keisha Cole and Ashanti.
Let's
Like
do
give me Busta and Missy or Redman
Yeah,
and Busta.
I think Keisha Cole was coked out when it battle with Tati was going on or something. I don't know what was going on.
Wow.
so Powers, Naturi Not, and Eve are going to star in ABC hip hop series Queens.
Really? ABC?
ABC.
ABC getting into hip hop. Wow.
ABC's getting into black culture. Period.
Wow. Okay. When is that coming out?
Hold on.
Wow.
I hate when they didn't actually say it. I think they're just working on it.
Oh, interesting.
Hip hop drama. Ooh.
Wow.
Eve. Ain't she married to a white man?
Yeah. I
Oh,
haven't seen Eve on anything in years. Like, can she act since Barbershop?
Yeah, she's Malibu Barbie Eve, man. She ain't
remember she
rough.
had a show.
She ain't Rough Riders Eve no more.
Right.
Y'all remember she had a show Eve? Remember that?
Right. Right.
I did not care for that show. To be real
Me
with you.
neither. I barely
Yeah,
watched it.
yeah,
That
the
was.
TV show.
He said what? Anyway, Lizzo reveals BFB the Pac-Man learned to play flute and gifted her roses for
Who the hell is
Valentine's
that?
Day. Who the fuck is BFB Pac-Man? Is that burgers,
What these?
bacon fried burgers? What is this? Bacon fried burger, Pac-Man. What? Y'all too
The
damn
fuck?
big to be having these kind of names. I'm sorry.
Ain't like a fat motherfucker who would name themselves after that, like a rapper or something.
These rap names are hilarious.
Yo.
Rocky Seeker will also be available on HBO Max. Okay, but see, I try to get HBO Max. I ain't paying those $16 for HBO Max, man.
Nah, you don't need it. If you got streaming and it's jailbroken, you
Exactly.
good. You good. You don't need HBO Max.
Yeah, I got
You
streaming.
know,
I got.
anything that's on HBO Max, you can get on the Fire Stick. You know what I'm saying?
But thank you, Ronnie. Hell, Loki, I might even stock up on my DVDs in the later future and shit.
Yes, I got some new DVDs actually. I want to be. That's part of the new pickups. Some new Blu-rays.
Yeah,
I got a shit ton of wrestling DVDs too.
I got
Yeah,
a few books too.
dope.
I've been watching a lot of good documentaries lately too, music documentaries.
Yeah,
Sometimes like when I watch music documentaries, I just always supposed to be relaxing, but I don't know why.
right.
Especially unsung.
Yeah, they make the best ones on song.
Yeah, especially if it's the group group forms, group breaks out,
Hmm.
groups have contracts, groups have jealousy,
Right. Okay.
drugs, money, somebody dies. Those
Yeah.
are the best ones, man.
Yep. Definitely.
Especially when they be crying. I'm sorry, that's fucked up, but
When they crying.
especially when they be hating each other and crying and shit. They be like,
Yeah. It'd be crazy.
yo, the Jets unsung is the most pettiest.
Oh man, that was one of the best ones
Yeah, that was
because they still beefing now after all these years. They still like the family still beefing with each other.
that one.
I'm like, yo, how did they manage to get the
I like
mom
the
and
Shannon one
pop?
too.
Well,
I was saying I like the Shannon song one too, cause I
that
feel
was
that he
good.
don't get the credit in the
Yeah.
music industry for like revolutionizing freestyle music.
How was they able to get everybody on the same show and they all beefing with each other? Like they got the mom and the pop and they beefing with the kids and then the younger kids beefing with the older kids. I'm like, yo, this family is fucked up.
They gonna be beefing for generations after
Yeah,
generations.
and it's over money, sadly, just when you think you got family problems, they family is more fucked up, and they in the limelight.
Ashley.
Hector said, "What you think about the Bucks, Milwaukee Bucks?
Hey guys.
What up, Ashley? What's good?
Ashley,
What's
Oh,
good?"
oh, you. I
She's
thought
so
you.
excited that she
hey,
dropped her
look.
camera.
I thought you.
No, I didn't drop. No. No, I
Yeah,
was I have this on my iPad, so
yeah.
yeah.
Shit. All right, how you feeling today, Ash?
I'm good. How about y'all?
Man, I have some shit to tell you later. That's all I gotta say.
Oh.
Ray Shaw said he copied a link to my channel. One of my videos is called "The Kids of Butler School Funny Moments."
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, right. Yeah, man, Ray Shaw, man, yeah, definitely. I'm gonna help promote your ass out. Well, I don't know what BJ said. We didn't hear from him, so I guess we'll
Yeah, he
see.
didn't hit me up. I don't know if he's sleeping or what.
Yeah. But other than that, I'm ready whenever y'all are.
Let's go.
All right.
All right.
So you know how we always do. We always show at least two finals of cities or whatever we picked up. Just say what we feel about them and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? All right. Without further ado, so this first album I'm gonna show y'all is from a funk group that I started getting into like I want to say 3 or 4 years ago because I really was not a fan of them at first. And it's Confunction.
Dope.
Yeah, this is the Secrets album that came out in '77. This is the second album that they came out with on Mercury Records. I think with this album came out with songs like Fun, everyone knows that song. Um, Confunctionizia. Oh, Jesus. Anyway, yeah, I hate when the '70s they was always known for doing the functionize the Rufus side. They were trying to like copy all that shit, man. And then that, but other than that, this is a very dope album, in my opinion. This is a funk classic. Like I said, I was just getting into funk function because I've never really been too much of a fan of them. I love the song "Love's Train" and "Chase Me." Yeah, Michael Cooper definitely a very underrated singer too. So must have your collection because it's out of print. I went to the OG version. They have like the black and white cover and stuff like that. So, all right, my next album is oh shit, it's Richard Pryor with the Bicentennial Nigga album.
Oh wow, that's a
Mm,
comedy album.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir, man. So I told you I was trying to stack up more some Richard Pryor albums to do some stand-ups. Um, yeah, Richard Pryor, man, in my opinion, the greatest stand-up comedian to ever live. Rest in peace to him. This came out in 1976. Um, this is really what one of his best stand-up recordings, in my opinion. It got him a Grammy Award for Best Comedy Album. This was released when America was going through the 200th anniversary, hence the title Bicentennial. Um, yeah, man, expect a stand-up review on this album and stuff like that. Classic skits like Mudbone Goes to Hollywood, Acid. This was around the same time when he did the movie. I want to say he did for his first movie with Gene Wilder around that time too. I think it was called Hot Streak or some shit. Yeah, him and Gene Wilder, classic comedy duo. So yeah, must have in your collection. Y'all can find it.
Who's going next?
You can go try.
All right. I want. I'm gonna just do like the Blu-rays first. So I had like some great movie bloggers, great content creators on YouTube send me some stuff. Shout out to Flix Talk. Check out his channel. He does like first time movie reactions and up all the movie news going on and like Marvel and stuff. And he does like he also does like Dollar Tree Blu-ray bins, DVD bins where he goes to like different Dollar Trees and looks for like the Blu-rays and DVDs for like $1. So he had this is like one of the DVDs he bought one of the Blu-rays and he didn't like it so he sent it to me. I thought it was a pretty good movie. It's called High Voltage with what's his name David Arquette and Luke Wilson, and the story is about it's a horror film. It's about a girl that she's in a rock band and she and her mom gets electrocuted one night, and they both her and her mom die, but she comes back to life with like these at least like powers of lightning, and like the rock group that she's in like they hit it big and they're trying to figure out what's wrong with her and but they don't really know and they try to stop her but I thought it was a decent little film. It's not great but I definitely enjoyed the pickup from Flick Talk, so salute to him. Subscribe to his channel. The other film I got is called Happy Times. It's a another horror film. Shout out to Tony with Nine Fingers, another dope content creator on YouTube. Go check out his channel. I actually won this in a contest from his channel and he sent it to me. I haven't watched it yet, but I know it's a horror film. And I got my first 4K ever from Levels of Geeks podcast. Shout out to Alex. He sent me this. This is the Ip Man Part 4 in the series. I watched the first two Ip Man films. I haven't seen Part 3. I know Part 3 had Mike Tyson in it. Part 4 is like the new one that just came out. It's a 4K release. So shout out to Levels of Geeks. Check their channel out. I'm also doing monthly reviews with them. Like every second Monday of every month, I'll be on that show. We're doing random Mondays. So subscribe to their channel. So those are like my Blu-ray pickups.
Dope. on you, Ash.
All right. Okay. My first ones I'm gonna show are from Queen Bee herself, Beyonce. I got her albums four and her self-titled, but think about this one. This one's the platinum edition, so it's got like two audio CDs and two DVDs in it.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, the four album I definitely fuck
Yeah.
with.
Which one was that? I missed it.
So the
Ashley, I need to see
only
what you got.
Beyonce album I don't have yet is I Am Sasha Fierce.
Oh, the Sasha Fierce one. That's what you picked up.
No, no, that's the only one I don't have.
Oh, I didn't see what you got. My bad.
Oh, okay. This one, the four
Oh
album,
yeah, that was a good album. B Day.
and yeah, and
Yeah,
her self-titled.
nice. That was dope.
Yeah, but this one, like I said, this one's the platinum edition of it.
Right. Nice.
All right, on you here.
All right, we're gonna go to London. I was talking about this group earlier. I wish they were still making music, but the thing about this album is it got like different questions. This is the 1983 version. And we're gonna be going with Loose Ends, A Little Spice,
Oh shit.
released in 1983.
Wow.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes, man. I like this whole album. Every song hit. And the thing about this, I never knew Hanging on the String Contemplating was on this album. But it's
Right.
already on the album from '85,
Dope.
We were just talking about them this review,
right?
bro.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. Okay, next one, going to Japan. I already got this version of this album. Underrated artist in my opinion. But you know, like on different pressings from like different countries, they might have like different songs on it
Mhm.
that probably didn't get released in like the US version.
The
So
U.S.
we're gonna
Yep.
be going with My Baby Sade, Promise,
Nice.
released in 1985. The only song I never heard of was the last song, Maureen. This is on the Japanese version.
Oh wow.
That what made me get it. You know, when you like dealing with like Japanese versions and stuff, you might get like
Yeah.
extra tracks and stuff
Yeah. 'Cause
off the
that's not on
album.
the vinyl one.
Yeah, man. That's dope. Some dope picks right there.
Q said, "How can he join?" Q, you got stuff to show? He said, "How can I join you?"
Oh, he wants to join too.
I'm
Yeah,
assuming that's
come
what he
on.
meant.
I mean, drop your email. You can drop your email and shit like that. I mean, you can take BJ spot. I mean,
Right.
how much stuff you trying to show? I don't know. Other than that, yeah. So my next pick, I feel like YouTube's gonna flag me for this album cover, but you know what? Um,
Why?
oh, you'll see. You'll see. All right, so this is from legitly one of
We done seen worse stuff on YouTube.
Exactly.
Yeah.
yeah, but like I know somebody flagged me when I did the sex and violence review too because they didn't like the album cover. So I'm just like,
What?
yeah, I
Wow.
didn't tell y'all someone flagged me from a sex and violence review.
No.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Other than that, it's from one of my all-time favorite funk
Crazy.
bands of all time. Um, this is a rare album. It's the Ohio Players with Angel. It
Nice.
came out in 1977 on Mercury. If I'm not mistaken, this was like one of the last albums on Mercury because that same year they also dropped the the Mr. Mean album, which was like a soundtrack. Like I it's to this day I've still not heard it. I know a lot of people did not really too fond of it, which yeah, I'm just gonna talk about that one day. But yeah, this album right here, Angel, this was a very interesting album for the Ohio players because, and I remember reading an interview with Sugarfoot because around this time they were using a lot more synthesizers and trying to experiment with like disco and stuff like that too. And I know a lot of fans say that this was like one of the last good albums, which I kind of say this is the last great album in my opinion. Kind of underrated too. Like I love songs like "Don't Fight My Love," which, if I'm not mistaken, I want to say Primo either sampled that one or another song when he produced for Bahamadia or stuff like that.
Right.
Body Vibes, I love that track. Of course, the OHI, Ohio, Ohio. That song right there is like a fan favorite when it comes to Ohio players. Um, yeah, man, this was the singles albums came out with was Body Vibes, Ohio, and Merry Go Round.
Right.
And yeah, man, very, very, very is not touching honey, it's not touching fire, but it's a pretty standard album. I would recommend it. Um, it's been reissued on vinyl in 2016, so if y'all can find it, must have. I actually got this for free. I got a couple of these vinyls for free.
Dope.
Yeah, but see the thing about this one, I played it and it was kind of warped a little bit.
Oh
But
shit.
he was just like, "Oh, well, I can still give it to you for free." I was like, "You know
Right.
what? I'm missing the album. I'm like, fuck it, I'll take it."
Right. So it's still play though, right?
Yeah, some songs still
Right.
play. I have to clean it out a little bit, but I'm
Send
grateful I got it.
send the link to Q. He said he got some CDs.
Okay, man. Yeah, so that was wait, Q, send me your email address.
Yeah.
Yeah, send me your email address. Yeah, that was
You can
Ohio.
send him the link down below. Who nobody gonna try to get on?
Because I can still send him the link.
Yeah, you can send him the link on in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody's gonna come on here that you don't want him to come on. So
True, true. How do I invite on the chat? That's the thing.
when you see where it
Oh,
says you see where it says share? Yeah.
yeah, I see it. Okay.
Yeah.
'Cause I still have those memories about that fat
I
guy.
know, but yeah, but it nobody a StreamYard is different. Nobody could come on here unless you want them to.
Okay, got you. I
Just click the link Q.
yeah, yeah. 'Cause that's still giving memories to this day. Uh,
Mm.
anyway, my next pick. I recently talked about him in a recent Beef episode, and this is like really one of my all time favorite rappers of that time and stuff like that. Very underrated.
Right.
It's Cam with the Never Again album.
Yes.
This is one of the rarest albums I got in this collection. This came out in '93 on the Street Knowledge East West label and stuff like that.
Dope.
This was Ice Cube's cousin. Y'all should know the story about Cam. He introduced Cube to the whole Nation of Islam and whatnot. He was the one that actually cut Ice Cube's Jerry curl,
Oh
believe it
shit.
or not, too. Yeah.
Wow.
Um, his first appearance on Wax was on the Death Certificate when he did the Colorblind track. No, it was either that track or the some song from the Boys in the Hood soundtrack. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, one of those tracks. And then 2 years later, he came out with the Never Again album.
Right.
Singles I was known for was I want to say Peace Treaty. That was a single. I know Peace Treaty was a single. It was another single from the song. Yeah, and Still Got Love for Him. Yeah, very solid album in my opinion. This album definitely, if you're a fan of like Lethal Injection,
Yeah.
that sound or whatnot, if you're a fan of that, what's up, Q?
Q,
Definitely,
what up?
Sup?
definitely, recommendable.
Right.
This album is actually out of print, and the thing about this album was, according to Kim, he felt like this album really was not promoted well
Right.
because with Ice Cube, him and Ice Cube kind of fell out around '93 or stuff too, because he just didn't like some of the shit Cube was doing around that time, and so that's when he believed that Cube stole the whole West Side Connection saying
Right.
from Canvas. He felt like Cube was stealing a lot of shit from other rappers and stuff too, and so that's how he came up with the whole song, the pull your whole card up, which was on the Made in America album. Which, in my opinion, I kind of prefer Made in America over Never Again, but Never
Right.
Again still a dope album. This album's out of print, so if y'all can find this album, it must have your collection.
All right. I want to give another shout out to Satellite Hip Hop. Check him out. Great brother from overseas on Instagram. Shout out to him. He had an extra copy of Graduation, and I had Graduation already, but this is like the bonus track that's overseas. The bonus track is called Good Night, and it's not on the U.S. version. So he sent me a copy of this, and he sent me a copy of Late Registration from Kanye West. So shout
Oh,
out to him. Definitely needed this in my collection.
Nice.
Great friend. Salute to the commission. Check the commission IG page over on Instagram. A lot of great people in that whole collective. So yeah, shout out to Satellite Hip Hop.
shout out to them.
My next ones are one of them I'm wanting to get my hands on for a very long time, and I was just glad I got it. But it's the remastered version of Biggie's "Ready to Die."
Oh shit,
Oh,
Yeah,
nice,
yeah, it's a double disc album. It's got the actual CD as well as the DVD. So pretty much all
yeah,
of his music videos during that time are on here.
nice.
Yeah.
How have you played it yet? How's the sound of it?
Oh, I haven't played it
Oh, you have
yet,
played.
but
Okay,
I plan to
okay.
sometime this week.
my only gripe about that remastered was the fact that a lot of the samples was taken out, which to this day I still gotta
Was
get
it?
that.
Really?
Yeah, because the Ohio player sample from
The
Copyright
title
claims
track.
and shit.
Yeah,
yeah, that was taken out.
Hmm.
okay.
And yeah, I still got that version though. So
Yeah,
Did not know that. Oh, and I got one. This was an unexpected. Um, it was one that I got from Reg actually. Shout out to Reg. It's Patti LaBelle's "I'm in Love Again" album.
nice.
yes,
Yeah, yeah. This is actually the only Patti LaBelle album I have, thanks to Reg, because I never had any of her stuff before. So thankfully, this is the first one. Definitely gonna play this week too.
yeah, man.
All
I was
right.
just trying to try about that album a couple days ago too.
Yep. No doubt.
All right, we're going to the 313 Detroit now. We're going to a record company that don't get a lot of credit in the hip hop industry. We're talking about a group of individuals that has been considered the world's most hated rap group. I've grown to like them over the last few years, and I respect them. And we're going with probably their best album out of their discography. We're going with Insane Clown Posse, The Great Walenko, released in 1997.
Nice.
This shit is straight up their best album they ever put out as a group. Um, it's just dark. It's
Yeah.
different. Like each Joker's card represents something different when it comes to like them trying to explain like what they really talking about when they explaining the wicked shit and like what it means to be a juggalo and stuff. But yeah,
Right.
Great Malenko released in 1997. And the crazy thing about this album is Disney signed them in 1997. That was on Island Records. The same day they put the album out, a couple hours later, they took the album off of Island. off the shelves and shit and dropped them from the label. And it
Yeah.
was a whole lot of controversy behind the album talking about they're talking about the devil and shit. Like kids don't need to listen to this, but you'll let your kids listen to like death metal music, but you can't listen to the same clown posse. They don't make no damn sense. So, but
Right.
they end up making reissues in the '98 version, but they had to add the extra tracks back on. But they took a couple of the songs off of it once they took it off the shelf. All right, we're gonna stay in Detroit again. Gonna keep going with the psychopathic record count. This artist is underrated in my opinion from that count. Probably one of his best albums. We're gonna go with his 2003 solo album, Anybody Killer, Hatchet Warrior. This is a Juggalo classic, in my opinion. If you're a Juggalo, you need this in your collection. You got songs like Sticky Icky Situation, Genetic Hunted, Ghetto Neighbors, Hollow Point, straight up drive by killer music. In the city, he took that from Joe Wash. In the city track, which was on the Warriors movie soundtrack. But yeah, if you listen to this album, it's like taking the concept of like him being a Native American and representing his native heritage, and like putting like the concept of the Warriors into like the Juggalo perspective. But yeah, that was Anybody Killer Hatchet Warrior, released in 2003.
Dope.
I never really was a big Insane Clown Posse fan, I'll be honest, but I've always respected them for always staying in their own lane and staying independent and shit.
Right.
Yeah. And I remember reading
Yeah,
about the Disney album controversy and shit like that. I'm just saying it's okay to like ban all that shit, but y'all wanna always treat y'all black girls and shit in Disney like trash, but that's another story for a different day. But mm. Anyway, so my next two albums. So I told y'all I'm gonna get a few soundtracks and stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so the first soundtrack that I got is from one of my all-time favorite hood movies, as you should say, but this one was like a satirical hood movie. And I think you guys know which one I'm talking about.
Yes. 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 Classic.
Don't be a man in South Central or drinking your juice from the hood. Um, this soundtrack was released in 1996, January 9th, 1996. The movie was actually released on January 12th, 96 too. So I always liked how back in the days the soundtracks was always released first before the movie and shit. So yeah, man, this was a dope soundtrack. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
The singles it was known for was "Don't Give Up." That was Kirk Franklin, Hezekiah Walker, Donna Lawrence, and Karen Clark Sheard. Um, Renee, Lost Boys, love that track. All the things your man won't do with Joe. Um, Can't be wasting my time. That song was Mona Lisa featuring Lost Boys and Let's Lay Together. That's the Isley Brothers. It was also known for Time to Shine with Lil Kim and Mona Lisa, which I love, love that fucking track. But the thing is with that track, the album version, it uses the average white band sample with the Love of Our Own. But if you watch the video of that track, it uses the same beat as Mary J. Blige's "Love No Limit." And I don't know, I kind of love both versions. I kind of prefer the video version.
Right.
I don't know why though, but it's just something about Kim rapping over that beat. And when if I was to like to find that single, I would not even mind to copy that and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Um, Everyone also knows the Winter Wars with Goat,
Yes.
Capadonna, Master Killer, Raekwon, and You God. Jodeci, Give It Up, which I've said I'm not a big fan of that song, to be honest with y'all. Yeah. Tempo Slow with R. Kelly. Oh my God,
Hmm.
yes. Yeah, a lot of the known hip hop tracks, like some of these you already have.
Mob Deep. Up No Trip.
Yeah, Up No Tree. That was on
Yes.
this.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, the Lives Wire Connect with UGK, Keith Murray, and Lord Jamal. I have to re-listen to that track because it's been
That
a
joint, that's the brand Nubian joint.
yeah,
That shit is fire.
yeah. That's an interesting collab. Like you get
Yeah.
Keith and Jamal,
Yep.
and Jamal produced that shit too. And I've always went to the beat from that period. So yeah, man. Definitely dope album. Definitely got to talk about this movie one day,
Yeah. For sure.
and it's out of print too.
Of course.
All right. So this next album, I pretty much got this album because it features one of my favorite samples, and it's Peebo Bryson and Roberta Flack with Born to Love. This was one of the albums I got for free.
Okay.
This album came out in 1983. Both of both of these people, they were already had success up to that point. Peebo Bryson came out in 78, 77. Roberta Flack was doing things since like the early 70s, sing with Donny Hathaway. Recipes to Donny Hathaway, by the way. If I'm not mistaken, I think this was like her first duet album she did after Donny died.
Right.
So, this was known for songs like "Tonight I Celebrate My Love," which everyone knows that song. I love that track. That that beat is fire. Nas, all my Nas fans should know about the sample he did for Second Childhood.
Yeah.
I forgot exactly which song and stuff like that, but yeah, man. This was a very, very, very cool album. Definitely got to re-listen to it. It's out of print.
Let's let Q go.
Yeah, you can go Q.
All right, y'all. Um, let me find my. Hold on, let me find my CDs real quick. This won't take long. All right.
Yeah.
So I got some DVDs.
All right.
So our first one will be Usher uh,
Oh
live
wow.
concert released in 2005.
Dope.
This is a live concert he did, I think in uh, Atlanta or something like that.
Right.
But this is a really dope concert. I highly recommend for all the diehard Usher fans.
Right.
So yeah, pick this up if you don't have it. Okay, very dope.
All right.
Item right there.
Okay, next one is the Tupac Resurrection
I got
documentary.
that one. Classic. Yeah.
Salute.
uh, this came out in
I
2003
never seen it.
by by uh by by MTV.
Mm.
Yeah, man, really dope uh documentary,
Yeah.
and there's also a soundtrack for that too.
Right.
Um, there's a remix of the song "Dying to Live" with dying to live with Biggie.
Right.
This by Eminem. Uh, when I first heard it, I wasn't feeling that song too
Mm.
much, to be honest with you.
Right.
Um, but yeah, really dope documentary. pick it
What
up
did you
for.
think about the BJ? What's good? Finally, he's here. What
Oh,
did you think about the Jada Pinkett interview where she's like crying and she's like missing Pac?
Oh yeah, man, that's very sad. I can totally feel her pain, and
Yeah,
you know, her and Pac were best friends and went to high school together.
right.
So yeah, I feel her pain on that on um uh uh the movie
Yeah,
that came out in 2017,
yeah.
which is to me that's the worst biopic of all time.
Jesus.
Oh, I mean,
Other besides the Biggie movie, that one had to be the worst one, my opinion.
right.
So yeah, for all the diehard Pac fans, uh, pick this up if
Yeah.
you don't have it in your collection. Okay.
That's the best one to me. I think that's the best documentary of all of them.
All right.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
This is probably this is probably the best one out of all of them,
Mm-hmm.
my opinion. So yeah, absolutely. So pick
Right.
this up if you're not a hip hop fan or a music fan. Pick this up, really dope. Okay,
No doubt.
What's up, BJ?
not Reg, Ashley. How
What's
you doing?
good?
Yeah,
what's up, man?
What's going on, Marquise? How you doing, man?
Good, man. How you doing?
All right. Try. Did you see? Did you show the vinyl?
No, I didn't show you yet.
Oh, you did.
I was
Okay.
waiting for you to come on. That's
Oh, okay.
Okay.
yes. I'm out. Q, you got
Yeah,
any
really dope.
things, any more things to start the show?
Oh yeah, I got a couple more.
All right. Well, all right. Well, you save those. We just gonna like go around in order, and then you could save the CDs for when you the next time you come up. All right. So
Okay.
for from
All
Reg,
right, cool,
shout
man.
out to Reg. I got
Yeah.
Cool G Rap 456 from '95.
Yes,
I
sir.
needed that.
All right,
I
cool.
don't have no Cool G Rap albums. I know it's a shame for me to even say that. I should be banned from hip hop for
Yeah.
not for saying that, but
Hey,
I had to get it. Definitely shout out to Reg for that. I know anytime I was looking on Amazon, they didn't have it, or it was like,
Man, you
you
good,
know, it
man.
was like already sold out or whatever. So it's
Except
the
that
shame,
don't
the
have it.
Fast Life with Nas, Executioner style, definitely one of his best solo
Yes.
albums ever. I'm glad to have this. And another album that we talked about last year was Living Color Vivid. Definitely love this album, a classic. I'm a big rock fan, so I definitely was
Yeah.
glad to get this in my collection as well. So shout out to you, Reg.
hey, it is what it is. I got you.
Yeah, no doubt. Eric and BJ, they could go now.
I'm talking about, Red. Put respect on Living Color's name.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna let BJ go first.
Oh, would you want me to show the Prince collection?
Oh, well, the way we do just
Yeah.
like two at a time and stuff like that.
Oh, two at a time.
Yeah.
hmm
Okay.
Yeah.
This is take the cover off so you can see
Nice.
Prince's first album.
Yes.
Classic.
Classic.
For
Great
you.
album. Mm-hmm.
And
I never heard that album.
Underrated.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's soft and wet. I know you probably know that song.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But what was crazy about this album was back then they didn't let artists really produce, arrange, and compose their own songs on their first album,
Right.
and
Right.
they let him do that as a new artist, and it was like it was it was pretty incredible. Like that was very rare. Only like established artists did that,
Right.
like Marvin Gaye, Stevie Wonder, but to let a
Mm-hmm.
new like young guy do that on this album was pretty dope.
Right.
Yeah, and this is Reg's album right here. He loves this album.
Yes.
Yes, sir, I do. I do.
You heard this, Ashley?
Hell yeah.
No, no, I haven't.
You never heard this? Yeah, this is a
Me
dope album.
neither.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah, but yeah, man. We can show
Yeah,
more
my
later.
favorite track. All
Pretty
right.
much.
Yeah.
We're going to Virginia next. We're going to an artist who's very underrated, in my opinion, in the hip hop game. You know, he put in the work with his brother back in the day in the group Clips. Y'all did an album review on this, and I'm going with my boy King Kush with his 2017 album,
Mm.
Daytona,
Yes.
released in
Great album.
2017.
Dope album.
Yeah.
Should have won the Grammy, in my opinion. Got a
Hmm.
faggot ass Scorpion, but you know how the industry is when it comes to like real artists spitting that real shit though. But
Right.
you know, you got tracks like If You Know You Know, love that music video, the games we play, Santeria. They should have had a music video too. What
Right.
Would Meek Do featuring Kanye West, Infrared. Um, it's a really good album. You know, a couple years down the road, I would consider it a classic. You know, but I
Hmm.
wish they would have put. I wish he would have put the story of Adion diss track on there, so Drake can just hear it over and over again. You know, so he can just feel the pain of Pusha T just stabbing him, stabbing him constantly. You know, on the track and stuff. But yeah, this is
Right.
Pusha T Daytona, released in 2017.
Great.
All right, we leave Virginia and we're gonna go to the streets of Atlanta. This artist has been holding it down since the beginning. You know, he's helped me out throughout my middle school and high school years. I don't really listen to him like I used to, but I think after his 2015 album, he ain't came close to not doing nothing that will surpass that album. And we're gonna go with Future with his Hendrix album released in 2017.
That's
Okay.
some
Hmm.
heat.
You know, he was on his Tupac stuff then. He released two albums in the same year. You know, you got songs like Coming Out Strong featuring The Weeknd, Looking Exotic, Use Me, which is a very good track. Music video on YouTube, really good too. Incredible. Testify, Keep, Keep Quiet, Hallucinating, Turn on Me, and probably one of my favorite tracks on here is You the Baddest featuring Nicki Minaj. I know a lot of people have their, you know, likes and don'ts about Nicki Minaj, but he killed the track in my opinion.
I
But
like
yeah, this
Nikki.
is Future Hendrix released in
Yeah, me too. I like
2017.
Nikki.
Yeah.
I like her older stuff.
Yeah.
Pink
Her
Friday
earlier
is her
albums are
best
better.
album. He ain't
Yeah.
passing it. The Queen album
Yeah,
was straight garbage.
Hmm.
yeah, it's just trash. like stuff.
Hmm. All
All right.
right, I got another album I've been wanting to get my hands on for the longest time. It's from a movie from the '90s starring Kid and Play. The Class Act movie soundtrack.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dope.
Mhm.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah. Even though I love the movie a lot, I definitely wanted to get my hands on the soundtrack.
Who's on the
I
soundtrack?
got it. Huh?
Who's on the soundtrack? I never heard it.
Oh, okay. Moni Love, Jade, Lord Finesse, Kid
Oh
and
wow.
Play, Lisa Taylor, just to name
Nice.
a couple of them.
Red, you hear that? You got Lord Finesse on the soundtrack.
Right.
That's crazy.
Hmm. Yep. And another one, just been wanting to get my hands on just something different. I got Nightmares on Wax, Feeling Good album.
Hmm. What's that?
Mm,
Nightmares on Wax. Y'all ain't never heard of Nightmares on
Nah.
Wax?
What's
I
that?
heard about
no.
Oh wow. Pretty much they're like a down tempo group.
I heard of
I guess you can consider them trip hop or whatever
Right.
you call it. Yeah, like I said, this is something different. I wanted to get my hands on. I wanted to get at least an album or two of theirs, as well as other things I plan on getting maybe later on this year.
Right. Okay.
okay.
Something different.
Cool.
Hmm.
All right. So did everybody go this go around?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. So let me just
Yeah.
clear the order since everybody came all at once. So we're gonna start with me, Try, Ash, Eric, Q, then BJ, shit like that.
Okay.
Just so everyone can
Okay.
be good and stuff like that. All right. First of all, I never heard the Class X soundtrack, so might have to check it out tonight. To be real.
yeah. Because Try was asking me who was on it. I told him
Yeah.
Jade, Kid and Play, Lord Finesse,
That's a good lineup.
Money Love.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay. All right. So my first one for this go around. This is a soundtrack too. This is from a movie I used to like a lot when I was young, but at the same time, I think over the years, I kind of found it a little bit cheesy, but at the same time, it had its moments. And that's the CB4 soundtrack.
Oh
You
wow.
thought I was cheesy?
Oh,
The soundtrack?
You thought CB4
No, no,
was cheesy?
Oh, the movie.
movie.
Oh yeah.
It has its cheesy
Yeah, I
moments.
agree.
I was more of a fan of Fear for Black Hat more,
Right.
and I just saw that movie for the first time
yeah.
last. So, but the soundtrack is fire. I'm just
Yes.
gonna be real with
Yes.
you. The
I love that.
soundtrack is fire.
right.
For I'm not mistaken. I want to say this was one of Chris Rock's first, either his first movie or one of his first movies. But I could be wrong. It's like the hip hop version of This Is Spinal Tap.
Right.
And, and This Is Spinal Tap. That's like a cult classic. Um, Pretty much like CB4, like a parody of like NWA and a lot of gangster rap groups. You know what I'm saying? He has like Alan Payne, excuse me. I'm black, y'all. I'm black, y'all. That's where that scene came from and shit like
Mm.
that.
Right.
You had Phil Hartman, rest in peace to Phil Hartman. Candy Alexander. It's kind of funny too because both Phil Hartman and Candy Alexander went on to go to news radio and shit. Of course, of course you had Clifton Powell was in the movie and shit. I mean, it's a dope movie. Soundtrack though, the soundtrack is definitely fire because you have fucking PC Ren
Mm-hmm.
with fucking Mayday on the front line. Classic
Yeah.
song right there. Um, you have Boogie Down Productions, Black Out.
Mm-hmm.
You had who else? You had Blackstreet, Baby Be Mine on
Yes.
the album and stuff. But I think this is a different version of the album
Then the
version.
album one, yeah.
Yeah. Of course, you can't have a Stevie Ford soundtrack without the Stevie Ford songs. Like you had Straight Up From My Balls and Straight Out of Low Cash and stuff. Which I never knew both of them was produced by Daddy Yo. This is Sonic though. That's crazy. But yeah, this was a pretty good soundtrack. As much shit as I said about CB4 just now, I still have a good soft spot for it.
Right.
Um, yeah, man. Out of print, so if y'all can find it, yeah. Next album. This is for my rock heads right here. I was so glad I found this album. This is a solo debut for one of rock music's best guitarist, and it's um Eddie Eric Clapton with his solo debut self-titled album.
Dope.
This came out in 1970. Yeah, this was a very dope album. Very, very, very dope album and stuff like that. Singles album was known for was Let It Rain, After Midnight, and Blues Power. Um, it's kind of crazy too because Bobby. Oh, never mind, I thought it was Bobby Marley, it was somebody else. Yeah, it's kind of crazy because he was doing like a lot of shit after the break with Queen Cream up to this point because y'all should know he was in the supergroup Blind Faith with Steve Winwood, I want to say Ginger Baker and Rick Trent, and then of course he did the Derek and the Dominoes, which y'all should know where he did the Layla joint, which he did that like a couple months after this album too. So,
Right.
um, this album to me was very solid. It's that I'm more of a fan of '70s Clinton. In my opinion, '70s Clinton was what I'm more of a fan of, but this album was like Juice, Uzi, and shit like that too. So must have in your collection if you are some Eric Clinton fans.
All right. Shout out to Reg again for coming through. I had this album on cassette back in the day, but I did not keep my cassette collection. Everybody always asks me why you didn't keep your cassettes. I got rid of my cassettes like in the end of the 90s. So I was looking for this on CD. It is out of print. And Reg came through again with this. It's Salt and Pepper, Black's Magic. Classic album in my opinion. Um I love it. Expression, independent, doper than dope. Um Let's talk about sex. That was a big hit for them. My favorite Salt and Pepper album. Definitely a classic joint, and I got the other Salt and Pepper album, Very Necessary, with Shoop and What a Man, None of Your Business, another dope album. So thank you, Reg, again. 'Cause I didn't have no Salt and Pepper stuff on CD, and I had all of this stuff on cassette back in the day. So I was happy to get these.
You already know.
Hmm.
Okay, next one's for me. I got okay, one of
Super
them.
dope.
I got George Michael's 25. Pretty much, is just a compilation of like it's a mixture of his stuff he did with Wham as well as his solo stuff.
Nice.
Pretty good.
Yeah. I'm a huge George Michael fan, so that's a great collection.
Yeah, and I got
Yeah, me too.
and to
Yeah.
keep going, I have Wham's the finale album.
Okay.
Yeah,
Dope.
Ooh,
yeah.
All right. Who goes next? Is it Marquise?
it's Eric is next.
Oh, Eric.
Yeah,
Okay.
Eric Marquise and BJ.
Okay.
All right, y'all, we're going to New York. This legendary rock and roll group. In 1978, each of them came out with their own solo album. In my opinion, I only like two of them. I don't care for the other two. I go back and forth with both of them, but I consider this one my favorite on some days, and on the other day, I consider the other one my favorite. So we're going with Paul Stanley's self-titled, released in
Ooh,
1978.
need those albums, yo.
You got tracks like "Tonight You Belong to Me," good way to start off the album. "Move On," "Ain't Quite Right," "When Do You Like to Know Me," "It's Alright." I could have seen a music video for that, in my opinion.
Right.
"Love and Change," very good way to almost end the track in "Goodbye." Like that's just like an epic way to end the album on a good note, just keeping the energy going. But yeah, Paul Stanley, self-titled, released in 1978. All right, this next album is the Japanese version. I showed it last time when I was on here. I'm sad that she's not around anymore. Her legacy still lives on. She's one of Casablanca's best artists, in my opinion. Female wise, we're going with the Queen of Disco, Donna Summer, with a 1977 Once Upon a Time album,
Dope.
Japanese version.
All right.
Just listening to this album, it takes you on a journey. It's sort of like The Wiz, but like in her perspective, her going on an epic journey, trying to find her way home.
Hmm.
Nice.
So
Nice.
All right, Marquise.
Okay. Uh, um, uh, okay. Second one uh, is again another Tupac DVD, and it is Tupac Assassination, released in 2007.
Mm, I don't know
Which
that
one?
one.
Yeah, yeah. It's just a documentary uh, about his assassination and how it happened and
Right,
stuff. So it's with his bodyguard, Frank Alexander. A rest in peace to him. So
right.
yeah, it's just a very interesting documentary. So yeah,
All
highly
right.
recommend it.
hmm,
I'll check that.
And
never saw that.
Yeah, I don't
yeah,
think I've
it's
seen that either.
very interesting. And my last one is Tupac Forever documentary. This came out in 2003. It is narrated by KRS-One.
Hmm.
Um,
Wow.
it it features Mike Tyson, uh, Lisa Love Lopez, rest in peace to her. Uh, who else? Too Short, Big Psych, everybody in this documentary talking talking about Pac, and
Right.
talk about his life and um, you know stuff like that. So yeah, very good documentary. Um, pick this up. Uh, I think this is out of print, so
Mm-hmm.
this is probably very hard to come by, or you can find it on Amazon or something like that. So
Right.
yeah, this is Tupac Forever, 2003. Check it out.
All right.
I recommend it.
Great stuff.
Yeah.
Yes. BJ.
So when I was young, my brothers used to listen to this album a lot, and I got it. I was very excited to find this. I had it on cassette back in the day.
Oh man, I had that on cassette too.
Oh shit.
Oh wow.
Wow.
I love that album.
Yeah, this was the last one before Trouble T Roy passed.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I was I was happy to find that. It's got a
Mm-hmm.
we got our own thing.
Yeah.
Somebody for me.
Love that.
Easy does it. Do it. And also, girls that love me.
Yes. Yep.
Big time. A lot of classics on this album.
That's one of the best.
Yeah,
Mm.
I was
Definitely.
happy to get that. There's another one that I was happy to get. Never really see it often on vinyl. It's
Mm-hmm.
this right here.
Hey Reg, man, that's your boy.
I need that one. That's the one I need, man. That's the one I
Yeah,
I don't think my
need.
mom has that one.
this one has fake
Yeah.
sunshine and also never knew love like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so classic record.
Wow.
Happy to get that one.
Yeah. Um.
Reg, you think that's his best album?
I do think that's his best album.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah,
Production wise, the concept. I mean, the skits. There was. I mean, it was way ahead of his time and
yeah.
shit. If only he would have gotten his shit together, man. But yeah, Ration. I see Ration was backstage, but it said 6 people's the limit and shit. So just to let you know. Um.
What up, Makai?
Oh, Maka's here. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Damn, everyone's here. What's up, Candlelight? I don't think I said what's up to you.
What up?
Okay. So shout out to Eric for this one. I've mentioned this album plenty of times on this channel. Um, I mentioned these artists came with time. I feel like they were way ahead of their time. We got Club Classics Volume One by Soul to Soul. Um, the U.S. title, they some editions they call this "Keep on Moving," which is the edition I got. So this was released in 1989. One of my all-time favorite albums of all time. I'm just keeping the buck with y'all. Jazzy B, y'all should know who Focus So are. Jazzy B, Cam Reaper. Um, yeah, man, very very dope album. Singles I'm known for Keep On Moving. Love that song. Always have like a lot of song and stuff like that. Back to Life, which I should know from the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. Played a lot of shit too. Fair Play, Feel Free. I mean, the whole album was just so definitely have like a very strong
Yeah.
Afrocentric vibe and stuff like that. Way ahead of their time, like I said before. Like when I hear people talk about like the no Brit pop or even New Jack Swing or even this album from the '80s, I never really hear this album. I guess it's fair share. I guess it's fair due.
Right.
So yeah, man, this review is definitely coming soon, probably sometime next month. So this is Cult Classics Volume One, aka Keep On Moving. This was in 1989. Eric, again, thank you so much on this one. Um, and if I'm not mistaken, too, they pre-released this album year actually before too. So for all my UK fans, y'all should definitely get this album. Um, I'm just gonna be honest, if it wasn't for this movie, we would not have a lot of Tyler Perry's movies. So, Waiting
Right.
to Exhale soundtrack.
Classic soundtrack.
Oh yeah.
Classic.
Man, I
It,
love that soundtrack, Reg.
Yeah.
oh, I love the soundtrack too.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
even have
Is,
that soundtrack too.
have you
Hmm.
ever seen it on vinyl?
I
I don't
actually
need to
was
buy
just
that.
supposed to send it on vinyl at one point, but they sold out.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, that's what I was. The edition that was the edition I was really trying to get, but bills, like they
Yeah, yeah. I feel you.
Oh
shit.
yeah.
So I was like, you know what? The CD's like $4. I can live with that shit. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, man. Babyface, man. He did this whole fucking soundtrack. Like, Waiting to Exhale. That's definitely a movie we have to talk about.
Mm.
We have to talk about that movie in the future because I have a
Yeah.
lot of shit to say in that movie. Singles album is number four. Exhale Shoot, the late great Whitney Houston, one of her all time best songs. I remember the episode of the Jamie Foxx show when they were in jail and they started singing that song "Shoot Shoot" and stuff like that. You got Granny was sitting up in my room. Again, another classic song. That could have that could have easily been on the first album too.
Right.
Not Gonna Cry with Mary J. Blige, which I've heard rumors. I don't know if this was entirely true, but I've heard rumors that that song was originally for Phyllis Hyman. I don't know if that's true or not, but if y'all can quote me or not, but um, you got Count on Me. That was with Whitney B. Winans. That was a cool song.
Hmm.
Tony Braxton with Let It Flow. Song Like Hell. That one is Aretha Franklin. And the last track, Why Does It Feel So Bad? That's again a Luther Whitney track. Again, like this is like the perfect soundtrack if you want to listen to Beyonce play, chill at your crib and stuff like that. Yeah, man, very dope soundtrack. This is a must-have when it comes to '90s soundtrack. This is when soundtracks people really took their time with soundtracks and stuff like that. This is when motherfuckers really picked the right songs, or even the album was so good, you just have like a unreleased track, you just put it on a soundtrack. Like, sometimes the motherfucker will even be played in the fucking movie and shit too. So yeah, man. Must have in your collection. If I'm not mistaken, albums out of print. So yeah.
Right.
Oh shit.
That's it.
Yeah, that's mine too.
All right. This just came in the mail today from Reg again. Um,
Same
this is a
spot.
guy that I think his discography fell off after I want to say like '93. But this will be like my fifth album from him, and I probably won't be getting the other albums from him. But definitely have to check this out. It's Big Daddy Kane, Daddy's Home.
Mm, mm.
Never heard it. I'm going on Reg's word because, I like I said, like I think after looks like a job for he fell off. But it's Kane. He's from Brooklyn. He's one of my favorite MCs ever. So definitely gonna check it out. Also, I don't see Eric in here, but shout out to Eric. He got me a soundtrack that I used to have on cassette, and I never bought it on CD. And he got it for me, and he got the long box version of Ghostbusters 2, the Ghostbusters 2 soundtrack. I
Wow,
haven't
that's
seen a
dope.
long box in like decades, yo. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Eric, and it's in mint condition, and the big hit single On Our Own from Bobby Brown, Dougie Fresh and the Get Fresh crew with Spirit. That was a great song, and New Edition is on here. You got another Bobby Brown song, We're Back. Elton John is on here. Definitely a classic soundtrack. So you kids that don't know the long box, this is where they CDs used to come in back in the day.
Right.
Yeah. So thank you, Eric. I appreciate it.
Okay, my next ones are ones I've been wanting to get my hands on for a minute. I already got her album Dirty Computer, and I'm glad I got Janelle Monae's The Arc Android album,
I gotta check that.
and I even have her Electric Lady album as well.
Dope.
Ooh.
Yeah, because on Arc Android, I know that song Tightrope. I know that was I guess kind of big for her. And then on Electric Lady, I know Dance Apocalyptic and Queen featuring Erica Badu is on this album as well.
Right.
She even did a song with Prince on here, Miguel, and Solange, and someone named Esperanza Spalding. I have no idea who she
Mm-hmm.
is.
She a singer.
Yeah, but I never heard her stuff, so
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with her. So yeah, for anyone who's into Janelle Monae, definitely get these albums here.
Right.
And Dirty Computer.
Where's it? Oh, oh, there's Eric. Where's Eric
Q, you
at?
got any CDs to show?
Oh, nah. I'm
No.
just gonna show them probably probably next time when
Okay.
um when me and my mom move all of my stuff from the garage.
All right.
Then then yeah, I'll show 'em. Cause I got a lot of CDs in
All right.
the basket. So I'll show it. Yeah.
Eric is here.
But yeah, man, I enjoyed this. Um, I I enjoyed this chat, man. So
No doubt, man.
I
Thanks
gotta
for coming.
go. Uh, I get ready for work
Nice
tomorrow.
meeting you, Q.
Uh,
All right.
oh,
Nice meeting you, man.
oh,
Salute.
oh,
Nice meeting you too.
no problem, man. Nice meeting you. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
All right, well,
Ray Sean is here. Oh shit.
um,
Yeah,
We
you've
got
been
new
back.
people on here.
when is your guys next
All right. When is the
next
next
month?
Pickers video? Probably in a couple months.
Yeah.
Probably summertime. Shit, chill, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I'll be.
Ray
Anyway,
Sean, what's
y'all.
good, yo?
Hey
Hey,
guys.
Rayshawn.
What's
Hey,
up?
y'all.
Chilling.
Y'all have a good night.
All
All
right.
right, man.
Peace,
You
Q.
too.
He's cute.
Peace.
Hey.
What's good? Yeah, so we got Ray Sean here now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I figure
So
out what Reg is listening to.
That's like the inside joke now. What is Ray listening to?
I'm playing the average white band. I love about home.
Oh,
Oh.
Okay.
So I don't know what Eric says. So it's on BJ and shit.
now these two records here are just absolute classics.
Al Green.
Oh wow, Al
I
Ooh.
Green.
haven't heard that one.
You ever heard this one, Reg?
Nah, I haven't
I mean,
heard that
try.
one. Nah,
Wow.
never heard that one. Zion
This
funny.
this I think you know I'm still in love with you and let's stay together, get more hype. But like
Right.
Reg always says, this album probably his best.
Right.
That one is a living for you.
Yeah. And then this one here, I could not find this record to save my life. I think it's at a print, but I was able to get it.
Mm,
Oh
nice.
Oh wow.
yes.
The OJs.
Got to skip on it though, so I'm gonna try to get a better copy.
Right.
Yeah, man. I gotta start. Y'all buy CDs, man. I don't buy CDs. I gotta start doing that.
Right.
Sure. I'm
Where do
out.
y'all be finding CDs at? Try.
Amazon,
Mhm.
Discogs,
Yeah.
eBay.
Yeah.
Those are
Oh,
like the
okay.
best places to get them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me tell
Gotcha.
you something, BJ. Be a Prime member. That's all I gotta
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get
Mm-hmm.
my
Amazon
stuff
The
from
Prime
prices are
Discogs,
cheap.
is the
Yeah.
eBay.
best.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I actually got CDs too. I'm like, man, I need to
Mm-hmm.
get my CD game up.
All right, son. Eric's.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
All right. His next artist is one of the pillars in hip hop. She is the queen of R&B soul. I'm surprised I got this album on vinyl for a good price. I've been trying to get more of her stuff on vinyl. I got her first two albums, but we're going with Mary J. Blige, 1994,
Nice.
My Life album.
Classic. Love that album.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to get that on vinyl.
I need her remix album though, but it costs
Yeah.
like yeah, it costs hundreds of dollars though.
Yeah, that
Mm-hmm.
remix album is official.
All right.
BJ, I got you on my live party next month and shit.
Okay, this next
Okay.
one I've been meaning to get. All right, this next one I've been meaning to get for a long time. I just with me just buying stuff different, it just been slipping in my mind and stuff. I'm glad I got it in this version because like when you like spin vinyl records, like and it just got like the regular colored vinyl, it don't really bring out the fun in the music though. But like when you see like different designs in colored vinyl, it really bring out like the vinyl and like how they do it in like different designs now. We're taking it back to 1983 with probably one of the pillars of pop music, Madonna, with her self-titled album,
Madonna.
Great album.
Wow.
I
Classic.
like that
Dope.
one.
1983. Clear,
I like your style, Eric.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's on clear colored vinyl too, which I like. I've been trying to collect more vinyl records that like colored vinyl and stuff. Yeah, thank you, man. With me and me buying records and stuff, I listen to some of everything. I just don't try to like stay in one lane and stuff. I try to go in like different styles of music.
Right.
Dope, man.
That's dope.
All right.
Ray, Ray Sean, you got anything or no? Can you hear us? Ray Sean, can you hear us?
You good, Rachel?
Yeah.
You have anything to show or
Oh
no?
no, I'm just here just to
Oh, okay.
just to talk.
That's cool.
Oh, okay.
You know,
That's quick.
I need to get into Madonna more. I don't
Right.
really have a lot of her music.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, BJ, I would say start with erotica. If I were you,
Don't start with that.
Okay.
No, he's lying. Don't start with that.
I I even got the sex book. What's
You
up?
got the book. Have you seen the book? You got the sex book.
Hmm.
Oh my god.
I'm,
I
start,
mean,
I'm starting with her self-titled album.
I keep hearing about Like a Virgin.
Like a Virgin. Start with that. Cause
Hmm.
that was my
Yeah.
introduction to
I
Madonna.
hope you
Like
didn't
back
get
in the
that book used.
'80s.
I hope it was brand new.
Yeah. Like a Virgin. True Blue, underrated album.
Hmm.
Uh, a lot of people love Like a Prayer. I didn't think it was a classic album, but how fans love it. Bedtime Stories, a great album.
Yeah.
She got a couple of classics.
Hmm.
I still can't believe y'all don't say start with erotica. I mean,
No, only you would say that.
uh,
What was the name of
How
the
about
song Big Daddy Kane was on?
erotica?
I'm going to her 83 album, then going forward.
you said Kane did a song with Madonna.
Or a video. He was in a video or something back in the day?
He was in the sex book.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
okay.
in he's in the book. Yeah,
That's my favorite one.
Big Daddy Kane was that dude back then.
yeah,
Yeah. All right, so I guess it's my turn. I should.
yeah.
Hmm.
All right, so me and Try, we recently been having like a lot of conversations about this album recently. So for nostalgic purposes, I had to get it.
Yes, classic.
Yeah,
Das
Das
Effects.
first
Oh,
album.
that's a fact.
Yes, love that
Yeah,
album.
I'm gonna be quite honest with everybody here.
Okay.
At first, I was not a big Das Effects fan. Believe it or not. Believe it or not, I was not a fan
Right.
because it was just like, first of all, their names was Books, and then the other dude was named Books backward or
Yeah.
some shit like that. I was
Scoob.
just,
Yeah, Scoob. Crazy
what is it?
Drazy.
Crisscross, the grown man version of Crisscross or some shit? Like, come on. And y'all
Hmm.
know how I feel about Crisscross too. So, but
Uh,
then over the years, I've listened to the Hold It Down album, and oh, okay, Hold It Down, that's the best shit.
right.
Then I went backward. I heard the Straight Up Suicide album. I was like, okay, this shit cool. Then
Hmm.
I heard this album too, and Loki, this album's growing on me even to this day.
Yeah.
I feel like next to The Chronic, this is like the most influential album of '92 because everybody was trying to rap like these niggas. I don't give
Right.
a fuck with no.
I
I even
agree.
love the album cover. That album cover is
Hmm.
ill and stuff
It's
like that.
different. The bright green.
Yeah, these guys were under EPMD. They were more Paris Smith artists and stuff like that. Hence why they went down with the Hit Squad when EPMD had their infamous divorce back in '92. Um, I'm swear that shit was like a fucking divorce. I don't give a fuck what no one
Yeah.
said. It's like, nigga, I take my child, you take your favorite child. I'm like, okay.
Right. Right.
Anyway, but they all made some good music. I'm not gonna lie. Um, Singles album was known for was They Want Effects, which classic song. My favorite moment of that song was when that the first episode of the third season, The Fresh Prince, was when Will Smith and Ashley were fucking dancing to
Right.
this track, and fucking Jeffrey was doing a motherfucking Running Man and some shit. Then you got the Mike Checker, then Straight Out the Sewer.
Right.
But my favorite was the Dumb Dumb track.
Yes. Dum
Love
dums.
that usage of that Otis Redding sample.
Hmm.
And y'all know how much I love Otis Redding and shit. So
Right.
I'm just gonna be biased right then and there. So other than that, this is the classic album in my opinion. Definitely reviews come probably next month. So yes,
Right.
sir. This album I have a complicated relationship with. I know Try likes this album.
What
Um,
could it be?
it's ludicrous.
Yes. You don't like that album,
I
Reg?
love hate relationship
You
with
you hold up. You prefer masterpiece? What's it called? Masterpiece Theater? Whatever the fuck. What is it? Theater of the
it.
Mind.
Yes,
You prefer that over Red Light District? You're bugging.
yes.
Red Light District is a way better album.
Hey, you're gonna have to hear what I have to say about it,
Oh
though.
my god.
I
Okay.
mean, it's a good album. it's a very good album, but to me, I felt something was missing with this album. I don't know. I have to re-listen to it.
Wow.
Things I was known for was "Get Back," dope song. "Blueberry Yum Yum," number one spot. Classic track. "The Potion" and "Pippin' All Over the World," which I cannot fucking stand. I'm sorry, I cannot fucking
What?
You
stand
don't
that.
like that song?
You
What?
don't like
I
that song?
cannot
What
stand
is wrong?
Bobby Valentino.
Are you high right now?
Man,
What is going on here?
I cannot stand Bobby Valentino, man. I honestly cannot
Wow.
stand Bobby Valentino.
okay. Well,
Yeah, so but yeah, to me, like with Ludacris, my favorite album was like
Nigga.
uh, you know what? Yeah. I like Back for the First Time, the Incognito album,
Yeah.
Word of Mouth, which that's maybe my favorite album. My kid was fucking up, and Chicken and Beer, and of course, Theater of the Mind, which I feel is very underrated. I don't care
Yeah.
what trash says. Um,
That is trash. I'm sorry. That
you
his
fucking.
release therapy is trash too. Like he hasn't made nothing good since we like
I
District.
grew up with hip hop with Nas and Jay Z, my
That
nigga.
was bad.
What?
That-
You bugging?
All right, that might be like the one good song on that whole album. I don't remember nothing else on that album.
MVP, Wish You Would.
And I have the album. I don't even play it, yo.
Nigga, I have the album too. You gave it to me
That
too.
album is
What?
terrible,
And
Reg. That album is
Bro,
bad, bad.
bro, that was way better than Release Therapy without One Away Love.
I don't like release therapy either. That was terrible. Both of them are trash to me. Back to back garbage.
It's because he shaved his braids off. That's
Yeah,
it.
that's what it happened. See,
It's because he
you keep
shaved
your
his
long
braids.
hair.
Yeah. Other than that, yeah, with Red, this album definitely got to do a review on this album in the future. So yeah,
I hear the playback.
yeah, someone's playing back and shit. Yeah, someone's playing some
that
reality
is.
TV.
Ray Sean, is that you? All right. I got my last two. I definitely want to thank BJ for this because without him, I wouldn't have it. And I'm a diehard Prince fan. I love Prince. Grew up with Prince and Michael. They were like the kings to me back, when I'm 8 years old and I'm blasting Purple Rain and Thriller. So I got from BJ the 1979 album, the Prince album. Great album. It has the singles. I Want to Be a Lover. Everybody knows that song. It's been sampled. You got Sexy Dancer. Why You Want to Treat Me So Bad. Bambi. Definitely a solid album. I'm definitely gonna play this right after we get off of here. I want to open it up and play it. Um, and I got the 1981 release Controversy with the poster. It has the poster inside.
Oh
And
shit!
this was a great album. Controversy and Do Me Baby, Private Joy, Jack You Off. Definitely one of my favorite Prince albums. So thank you again, BJ, for it. Definitely appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir. I'm happy to spread the Prince love, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
With you.
okay. My next ones
Yeah,
are
40-year anniversary this year too.
Yeah,
okay. My next ones are SZA's album here.
Oh man.
hmm
dope.
Yeah. Of course, she's known for her song "Love Galore" with Travis Scott. I know that gets played a lot on the radio.
Yeah,
Oh, and speaking of Prince, I got Purple Rain.
classic.
Classic.
Love
hmm
that.
Yeah, I've been wanting to get my hands on it for a minute too, and thankfully I was able to get one of the last few copies that
Yeah.
Amazon had.
All right. So Eric,
All right, we're gonna go back to Detroit again. This artist has been a part of some good albums. He has released some good solo music too, and I consider him an underrated rapper, but he's a supreme lyricist. I'm surprised I got this on vinyl, but I already had this on CD. I had two versions of the album, and we going with the boy Royce the 5'9" with
Dope.
Rock City.
Dope album.
Rock City album.
Great.
I like the album cover too, man. Like you
Yeah.
just see him just all gangstered up with the bandana,
Mm-hmm.
just looking cool. All right, this next one, we still in Detroit. I never thought I would own this. Coming from probably one of the greatest, maybe if not one of the greatest hip hop artists over the past few years. I know he get a lot of crap these days, but his earlier work and a little bit of work after that,
Mm-hmm.
and him always come with the lyrical content. Is coming with something different. We're going with Eminem with his 1996 album, Infinite.
Oh shit.
Wow.
Oh
Never
wow.
saw that on vinyl.
I know that's crazy.
What? How the fuck?
I'm surprised I got. I'm, I'm surprised I got this, and I got this for $40. $40.
Wow.
This real. This ain't no bootleg.
Dope.
Wow.
With the logo.
Great. Great.
This goes for thousands of dollars on. This goes for thousands of dollars online too, and I'm surprised I got this. Like, if I can get another copy of it, I'll see if I can like get y'all one of them. But I paid like $40 for it. The highest I ever done seen this
Shit.
online on eBay,
Right.
because I know Amazon don't have it. They really don't have shit when I really want it.
Yeah.
This shit go for like thousands of dollars and stuff. So I'm surprised I got it. And the good thing
That's
about
Wow.
it
crazy.
come on colored vinyl and stuff. So I just had to get it.
Nice.
You know.
But I feel like this is show and tell, and we just some little kids right now. That's why we all in show and tell right now.
Man.
It's how it's supposed to be, man.
Yeah. That's great. All right, BJ. Otis Redding. Wow. Nice.
Mm.
A legend.
I had to buy that new. I couldn't find it used. There's another Otis Redding.
Dope.
Which one is that?
Second album.
Okay.
Nice.
It's the original copy.
Ooh, ooh. That just gave me chills right there. Ooh.
And try. I don't know if you and Ashley familiar with this artist. Uh, I know Reg is, but
Ooh.
Who's that?
Ooh.
Who's that?
That's a Norman Connors.
What's our famous
I've
song?
never heard of his stuff.
so Bet You by Golly Wow by
Oh
Phyllis
yeah,
Hyman
I
is
know
on
that.
this album,
That
and
Oh,
that's the one
You
that
Are My
Prince did over,
Starship.
right? Prince did a cover of that.
Yeah,
Okay.
and You Are My Starship.
Yeah, I
oh,
know that
Yeah,
one.
yeah. He's like a jazz arranger. Pretty
Right.
good.
hmm.
Nice.
I need that album to be. Ooh.
Which one? The Norman Connors one?
To be honest, all them albums you just showed. But yeah, man, I need for real. Otis Redding, I needed the Otis Blue album. I was so close to getting it one time, but I was trying to get the vinyl version, not the CD version.
Yeah, I don't have that one either.
Shit. All right, this might be another one of those rare albums. For all of my Ohio players' heads, y'all should know about this album. I was surprised they were affiliated with the Ohio players, but this is Phazo with the Riding High album. Um,
Dope.
I know you guys probably heard, are not familiar with the name Phazo, but the song Riding High, like do 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 do, bum 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 bum, classic song.
Right.
Been sampled by everybody from EPMD to Who else? Who else used that track? I know Ice Cube probably used it a couple times.
Hmm.
I mean, very, very smooth joint right there. Very ill. Um, I also had some other dope joints too, like Funky Reputation and Get Some Booty. But to me, the Riding High joint, if they just had the Riding High joint play all throughout the whole fucking album, it will still be a fucking classic.
Right.
That's how dope it is and shit. But
Nice.
yeah, Phase O, they were an affiliate of the Ohio Players and stuff like that. Put together by Satch,
Hmm.
who was at the horn player. They consist of members Keith Harrison, Ralph Love Akins Jr., Tyrone Fly Crumb, Robert Neal Jr., and Roger Parker. Um, expect a double review with this album and the Ohio Players Angel sometime in the future
All
and stuff
right.
like that. So, yeah, this album's out of print. Yeah. For all my Death Row Records fans, again, another soundtrack. Again, I think this soundtrack. No, I didn't get this one for free, but it's the Gridlock
Nice.
album.
Nice.
This has Tupac, excuse me, Tupac and Tim Ralph, Lisa Lou. Believe it or not, I've never seen the movie Gridlocks.
Me either. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it wasn't that good.
you said it wasn't that good.
Nah. I mean, it was a good cast with what's her name? Dandy
I
Newton
never
and
seen it.
Pac,
I
and I
never
think
seen it
Tim
neither.
Robbins was in it. You know.
This nigga Tupac did like three movies after he
Yeah.
passed. Like the Gang-related Gridlock.
Hmm.
What else he did? Man, yeah, man. Like I said, I might check the movie out one day. The soundtrack, on the other hand, I've heard a couple tracks from the soundtrack. Wanted Dead or Alive. That has Pac and Snoop and Val Young. I love the video for that track too. What else do they have? They got Lady Heroin, which that was J Flex and Lady Afraid. That was a pretty cool track. It's Over Now with Danny Boy. That was pretty good. You also had songs, from Daz, like Don't Try to Play Me Honey. Show Shop with Lady of Rage. Yeah, man. This was a pretty solid soundtrack, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
This was actually the last Death Row soundtrack album, and this was the second last album that was distributed by Interscope and stuff like that too. So yeah, that's this is the Gridlock album. I want to say this album is out of print too.
I'm done. That was my that's all of mine. We could get Ashley to go or Eric.
Hope it's on you.
Alright, alright. I have a few more stuff to show.
I'll
Next
let
to
Ashley go, then I'll go after her.
All right.
alright. My next two shout out to Reg again. I really wasn't expecting him to give me this one. Faith Evans' Faithfully album.
Classic. I love that. Love that
Yeah,
album.
yep. And I have Fifth Harmony's Reflection album.
Dope.
Dope
All
group.
right.
It's on you, Eric.
All right. All right. We're going to Queensbridge. This artist has been holding it down for the past 20 plus years. Giving us classic albums, classic verses. So we're going with that boy Nasty Knives
Nice.
with his
Dope.
2001 album Stillmatic.
Oh, you got the vinyl with that shit too.
Limited edition
Dope.
color vinyl, in my opinion. This is probably, yeah, it's probably one of my favorite albums between It Was Written and Illmatic. I go back and forth. It depends on how I'm feeling each day and stuff. But Nas came with the classic Ether track. I can play that over and over again. I think Jay Z still salty about that to this day because
Mm.
every time Nas put out something, Jay Z want to put out something the same day. So you know,
Hmm.
Uh,
you got yourself a gun,
Yep.
smoking. You the man. I forgot. I forgot who used that sample. He got that sample from. I think it was some artist from Africa. It had a big hit over there. I think it was called Sugar Man or something. I forgot the artist name. Got the Rewind track,
Yeah.
Destroy Revealed, The Flyers featuring AZ. They got Braveheart Party, which is not on the CD version. I
Hmm.
think it's on the Queensbridge. I think it's on the QB's Finest soundtrack, if I'm not mistaken.
Nah, it's not on that
Um,
one. It's not on there.
you got another underrated track, My Country. Nas really speaking about. Okay, okay. All right, you got I think this track, My Country, is very underrated. I could have seen a music video for that, just telling like black people go through stuff in America, which is
Yeah.
really still going on to this day.
Hey, Ray Sean, can you put the TV
Right.
down a little bit?
All right, we're gonna go from Queensbridge. I was
Yeah.
getting some playback. I was just waiting till you stop.
Grab.
Y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that. All right, we're leaving Queensbridge. We're going to the Bay Area. We're going with an underrated artist, in my opinion. He doesn't get a lot of credit when it comes to like being a lyrical MC. You know, he always came with that Bay Area style, but he was always versatile in his rhymes and his gangster image. And we're going with that boy
Dope.
Spice One with his self-titled album released in
Dope album.
1992.
Damn.
Underrated classic Bay Area album, in my opinion. You
Hmm.
know, very
Yeah.
hard to get to.
That shit like
This shit
$75.
go hard, man. It,
Wow.
between this and 187 he wrote, and yeah, I got this like a year and some ago. I paid like 20 some dollars for it. So, but between this one and the America's Nightmare album, those are probably one of my favorite albums from Spice One.
Dope.
His first 5 albums are classics. You
Never heard a
can't say
Spice One album.
you said you never heard of one?
Mm-mm.
Oh shit. Start
Right?
with 187.
Yep.
This is BJ.
Oh
Yes.
man. Oh, let me hold on one second.
Oh shit. Please, if
What
this
happened?
package comes by tomorrow, please, Lord.
I got some more stuff coming in the mail too, but you know how it is with the snowstorms and stuff. Packages be
Yeah.
getting held up and shit.
Man, I swear to God, good packages and the stimulus always takes folks so long to get through this shit. I swear. Shit. This BJ is trying to find his shit. Um, I'll just go. Oh, there he is. Oh shit! I know that's not what I think it is. Good old Royce Royce.
Oh wow.
That's the one with wishing on a star, right?
Yeah.
Ah, love that
Nice.
song.
Yeah. That's oh, here, see, pick this up.
Oh wow.
Classic.
Jackson 5. Shit.
This is the album that has Never Can Say Goodbye on it.
Classic.
And Maybe Tomorrow. I forgot what year
Nice.
this was. 73, I think. 74.
Yeah, 71.
71? Oh, okay.
I think it
Yeah.
was 70. I think it was 72 or 73.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's good. It's a good shape too.
Yeah. Great.
I love the album cover too and shit, yo.
Yeah, it's like a picture.
Yeah. Next album. This is a quiet storm classic from a lot of people. This group has been through so many years, so many phases. It's hard to keep up with how what number album this is. But mind you, this is their 22nd album. Just to let y'all know,
Wow.
22nd album. It's the Osley Brothers with
Damn.
Between the Sheets.
Oh man.
Mm,
Ooh,
classic.
with an album cover with like satin sheets. Good shit. It's about to be some good shit, man. I'm
Yep.
telling you. This was back when R&B was R&B. This is how you used to make love to your girl. I
Right.
can't make love to no female with the music that's today. Well, some R&B I can make love to, maybe Chloe and Allie, maybe SZA, but not this whole robotic auto tune kind of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
'Cause I love Tiana Taylor, but I can't
Yeah, this
make.
nigga on yeah, R&B trap shit, you know.
Yeah, I love Tiana Taylor, but I can always make love to some of her music sometimes too. But that's another story for a different day. Between the Sheets, this came out in 1983. This was actually the last album that they did with all six brothers, which I'm gonna get into that in a minute. Um, Singles albums known for was Between the Sheets, which I mean, no introduction. Everyone viewed that. To me, that's like the sister to Marvin Gaye's Sexual Healing, if you ask me.
Right.
As a matter of fact, Ron Ashley, he actually said that they did Between the Sheets in response to Sexual Healing, believe it or not.
Oh wow.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Choosy Lover, which is pretty much they took the Earth, Wind, and Fire devotion, added the synthesizer that I'm like,
Right.
y'all not slick. Y'all not slick. I Need Your Body and Let's Make Love Tonight. But just like True Isley Brothers fashion, there was also another single which was like more political track called Ballad for a Fallen Soldier. That was another dope track too.
Yeah, I love that song.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you know how the Ozzy Brothers they used to have like one side with the ballads and the other side with like the political and the funky kind of track.
Hmm.
But mind you, I said this with the last track of all six of the Ozzy Brothers because around this time they were beefing. The younger brothers were beefing with the older brothers. Older brothers being Ron, Rudolph, and O'Kelly, and the younger being Marvin, Ernie, and Chris. Because the older brothers was taking full writing credits as the four Isley brothers, when most of the time Chris Jasper was the one writing most of the ballads, like "For the Love of You," "Groove with You," all those popular shit. And so after this album was released, their imprint T Neck actually went bankrupt around that year too. So I think the next 2 years they had to regroup because mind you, the younger brothers they formed the Isley Jasper Isley, which y'all should know. They did that track "Caravan of Love." Love that track. And so the older brothers they carried on, but O'Kelly he actually passed away in '86 and shit too.
Right.
And Rudolph left I think the year after because he had diabetes and he became a born again Christian and stuff. Because Rudolph he was like a wild cat from what I looked up. So, but other than that, this is the classic album. This is to me one of their. I won't say like the one that lasts great because they had some other shit, but I'm not a fan of the whole Angela Winbush era in the mid '80s. They came back strong with the Mission to Please album in '95, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
That's when R. Kelly had to save their ass, pretty much. That's all I got to say. So yeah, Ozzy Brothers, Between the Sheets.
I actually have that one on cassette still. The Mission to Please.
Ooh, yeah, you told me about that.
Yes, I showed it to you. Yeah.
Yeah,
Reg,
and
you like that album better than The Heat Is On?
hell no, the heat is on shits all over Between the Sheets.
Okay.
I'm just gonna be real. Especially that title track, man. Continuing on with the Tupac Love. It's cool. I'm not mad at Sean. I just couldn't really hear everybody and stuff. So we got the Juice soundtrack, which I finally
Yes.
got my hands on.
Classic.
Yes, classic. I don't know why it took me all these fucking years to get it, but I ended up getting China
Oh,
Doll.
you son of a bitch.
Yeah, I ended up getting China Doll instead, but
China dog. Oh my god. You should be ashamed to even say that.
Hey man, don't be talking. Why you always bringing that up, man? Leave
That
that down
album is
alone.
bad.
it's
That
an
is
in joke.
bad.
It's
Yes.
an in joke me and Try have. It's an in joke. We have certain albums.
I'm like,
It's not a joke for me. I threw it away. You
Shit.
know,
it's
wasting my
alright.
money.
Yeah, the Juice
You
soundtrack.
say all these out.
Damn, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. Shit, okay. Yeah, the Juice soundtrack came out with singles Uptown Anthem with Naughty by Nature, which that was actually included on the reissue of the
Yeah,
self-titled and stuff like that too. Which thank God I got that version.
yeah,
Excuse me. And Eric B and Rakim's Juice Know the Ledge, which was also on the Don't Sweat the Technique album. Um, you also had Too Short So You Want to Be a Gangster that was on this album too. Yeah, this is one of my favorite hip hop soundtracks ever. I mean, the movie, it's everyone should know about the movie. Oh, Aaron Hall, Don't Be Afraid. That was a single
yes.
too. Classic
Mm-hmm.
song.
Yep.
Ted, Heavy D and the Boys, Is It Good to You? That was a single. Yeah, man. This is a
No, that's the Tammy Lucas version is on the soundtrack,
facts,
and Heavy D and the Boys is on Peaceful Journey.
facts.
Yeah,
I always get those mixed up and shit.
yeah,
So yeah, man, this is a perfect, in my opinion, the best mixture of hip hop and R&B on the soundtrack and stuff like
yes,
that. You had everybody at their prime here. You had Kane with enough respect, which made up for the whole taste of chocolate. I don't care what no one says. Um, you had Naughty by Nature. You had the brand new Heavies with the
mm-hmm.
People That Ready track. You had
Yeah.
Cypress Hill with the
Cypress Hill,
Shoot 'em Up. Oh my.
fire.
EPMD with It's
Yeah,
Going Down, but he
Salt and
flipped the
Pepper.
mark.
Yep.
Man, just get your hands on this soundtrack.
What
Classic.
year did that come out, Reg?
This came out in '91, like New
Yeah.
Year's Eve of '91.
Mm-hmm.
91. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes,
what a way to end '91.
definitely.
On
Mm,
Ash.
alright. My next two I have Tony Braxton's Sex and Cigarettes album.
That's a good album.
Classic. Man.
Definitely.
Classic album.
I have that one.
Yep. And I have J. Cole's KOD album.
Yes,
Woo!
dope. Underrated.
Y'all bringing the heat tonight. Shit. Oh, y'all bringing the heat tonight. Man, I got like 10 albums left too and shit.
Shit, Reg.
Well, I've been hustling to try.
Man, I
That's why
got some more too.
All right.
you say Eric got some more shit too.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna go back to Detroit again. Yeah, I got some more stuff. All right, we're going back to Detroit. I'm glad I got this album. It's a reissue version, but I don't care. First time I heard this album, I thought that I was listening to like the devil, like this rap. But in my opinion, this dude is a legend, a
You
Detroit
said
legend, a hip hop legend. And we going with the unholy one, Almighty. Sorry about it. Trying to turn my camera on. Yeah,
all I heard was devil.
sorry about that. Got my
You good.
phone froze. We're going with
Oh, Eshawn.
Eshon,
Okay.
1989, Woman Working.
Nice.
That album's expensive though. What the fuck?
Hell, for the issue version. Yeah, I think like $25 for it of this dog because you try to buy like the 2014 version with like the autographs on it on eBay. It sold out with the quickness. I would have paid $100 for it because it had 4 copies of it signed. Like that was well worth it because it's real hard to find. So,
Wow.
all right, we're gonna leave Detroit and go to Memphis. This group has been holding it down for the longest on the Memphis Underground. giving us classic albums, classic songs. It's probably one of my favorite albums from them. We're going with 3 6 Mafia, Chapter 2 World Domination.
Dope.
Classic.
Dope album.
I like the album cover too.
Yeah.
Mhm. So I need to get more hip hop on vinyl. That's what I learned tonight, Try.
Yeah. That's great. That's great.
I just collect old school, man. I
Yeah.
mean,
I
yeah,
feel you. I love old school. So you and me is right there with that, man.
Shit, I need to get more old school on vinyl, BJ.
Ain't nothing
Shit.
wrong with it.
Yeah.
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 Eric got some stuff, man.
Oh
You
yeah.
probably got Eric. You got a lot of old school stuff too. I don't think you heard
I
me.
got a mixture of everything, so no telling.
Oh, okay.
I just if I like it, I just buy it.
It's good, man.
Dope. All right.
You got
You
some
got
more, BJ?
anything anymore?
I ain't got nothing else, man.
That's it.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
just on Reg, Ashley, and Eric.
And there were three. Okay.
Yes.
I'm just gonna let y'all know right now. This is the heat. This is the Lunchable. This is the snack. This is the snack crack.
Mm,
This is it. So this when I was a little boy, people used to say I had a voice just like him because I had a deep voice and shit. So it's Barry White with his third album,
Oh man,
wow.
Can't Get Enough.
Nice.
Um, yeah, I love the album cover too, man.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It kind of reminds me of a Good Times painting, like something Ernie Barnes would have painted during the show and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
By the way, Ernie Barnes, shout out to him. He went to Central, same college Ash and I went to.
Dope.
Um, little Black History fact for y'all. This album came out in '74. It was known for singles "Can't Get Enough of Your Love, Babe" and "You're My First, My Last, My Everything." Um, yeah, man, this album. I know a lot of people say that this was like one of the first disco albums and stuff like that. But sometimes I'm gonna be honest. I hate when Barry White gets pigeonholed in a disco element, a disco formula. Because I thought his music was way more than disco and stuff. I just feel like that's kind of disrespectful if you ask me. But that's
Mm-hmm.
another story for a different day. But yeah, the song "Mellow Mood Part One" that's been sampled a lot in hip hop too. So yeah, man, this was a very dope album. One of my all-time favorite Barry White albums.
let me ask you this, Red.
What's up?
Who do you like more, Barry White or Isaac Hayes?
Oh shit, damn, nigga. I gotta fuck. I gotta go with Barry. To be honest with you, but to be
Yeah,
honest,
I'm with you.
I feel Isaac Soul a little bit more, especially when he does those monologues and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, continuing on with the soundtrack. This is from a hip hop movie that a lot of people say is like the Purple Rain of hip hop movies. It's 8 Miles soundtrack.
Great.
Oh
Great
wow.
soundtrack.
Yeah. This came out in 2002, of course. Do I even have to mention what
Oh
Eight
shit.
Mile is, man? I mean, everyone's seen that movie. Um, Papa Dog got one. Everyone knows about this movie.
Mm,
Lose Yourself. I mean, classic song. Then you have the song Rap Name with Obi Trice.
right.
Wangster with 50 Cent, which was like his breakthrough single. The song 8 Mile. But then you had some other songs too, like You Wanna Be Me with Nas, where he was throwing shots at Jay Z. And ironically, Jay Z and Freeway had a song called 8 Miles and Running. Rakim had the Rakim. That was when he was signed to Aftermath Records. So if y'all want to have a taste of when Aftermath and Rakim was working with each other, that's the perfect song. Young Z, Young Z from the Outsiders, who Eminem and Young Outsiders were doing a lot of music with. They're going through some beef right now and shit. I don't really know too much about that, but this was a dope soundtrack. This is another structure I'm surprised I'm just now getting. Yeah, but I was getting other albums at that time, so yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, this is a very good one. Eminem has some of his best production here, dare I say, some of his best production Eminem has here. So
Yeah.
yeah, expect a review on this one day. I don't know when. Yeah, it's on you, Ash.
Okay, I only have seven more albums to show, but they're all from the same artist, so
Okay.
I don't know how to go from there. So
I can't wait to see this.
yeah, yeah, like I said, they're all they're my last seven. They're all from the same
Oh.
artist. So I got Tamia's debut album,
Oh.
Classic.
A New
Wow.
Day, hmm and I got more.
Okay.
I love Tamia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Underrated.
Yeah, man. I need to get into her music more.
Hmm.
Well, all her stuff is all on Amazon as long as you're able to get it. Cause I
Yeah.
mean, her debut and I think more they were a little tricky for me cause I think at one point both of them were like priced like mad high, so I waited off until like they dropped the dropped the price down to a point where I was able to get it.
Right.
So yeah,
Got you.
Is that song you put a move in my heart on her first album?
yep,
It is? Okay.
Yeah.
Married to Grant Hill, try.
It's Eric. It's Eric now. What happened to Grant Hill?
No, she's married to Grant Hill.
Oh
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
she's
She's met the
married
Grant
now.
Hill. That's right. A
Yeah.
legend. Yes.
Yep.
All right. All right. We're going with a group that's very underrated. On the last CD haul, I showed a couple of albums, but I was missing two of them. I needed these two to complete my collection. I think they should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Very underrated group. Um, One of the most underrated group in my opinion, coming from the '80s with that electronic futuristic sound. We're going with the duo of Nick Murphy and David Frank, The System, and I got their 1984 album Experiment.
What album is
Finally
that?
got it. It's probably my favorite album coming from them. Between this and their first Experiment,
Okay.
their
Never heard of them.
1984 album. I don't know.
Okay.
If you heard of the Don't Disturb This Groove song, you probably know 'em.
Oh, okay. The system. Okay.
I think I showed it last time. The album, the Dr. Surge's Groove album.
Yeah.
Yeah, the system. And I got the 1985 album, Pleasure Seekers.
Dope.
Yeah, they have a dope sound. I like it.
Yeah.
All right. Shout out to this nigga Eric.
Yeah, when you listen to their production, it sounds like the features. Like, it's really good.
True. Shout out to this nigga Eric. Been looking for this album right here for a long time. At one point, it was very expensive, and we did a very dope review on this. I already said this nigga has some crazy eyes, though. Renee and Angela with Street Called Desire.
Great album.
This was the last album. This was the last album. They were at their peak, and this was the last album. I'm just emphasizing this was the last album, but and their first album and only album on Mercury. It was known for singles like "I'll Be Good," "Your Smile," and "You Don't Have to Cry." "Save Your Love for Number One" with Curtis Blow. This was a very good album, very cinematic and stuff like that. Like I said before, I've talked a lot of praise on this album. and stuff like that. So yeah, very good album. Thank you, Eric, for this.
Yes. King, what up, yo?
Yeah, King, we've been like 10 something.
You missing it, man.
And then shout out to BJ. This is a stand-up classic right here. Um, when I think of this actor, this comedian, this is the perfect phrase to say. Think about him. I don't care what no one says. This is Richard Pryor with That Nigga's Crazy.
Right. Look at that album cover.
Oh man, come
Wow.
on, man.
Yo, thank you, BJ. You don't know how long I've been looking for this album. Oh
Got
my,
it, man. It's all you.
Thank you,
yeah.
Bear.
Speaking of
I,
Barry White, this album cover was influenced by his I want to say the Stone Gone album cover from 1973, just for the whole background and shit.
Right.
This again won a Grammy for best comedy album. Yeah, man, Richard Pryor, man. Pryor, the '70s Pryor, man. That was my favorite Pryor, the favorite era of Pryor, man.
Right.
TV, movies, albums. I mean, yeah, man. Like, listen to these titles. I hope I'm funny. Have your ass home by 11 o'clock. Wino dealing with Dracula. Niggers versus police, man. Like
What
this,
is that?
yeah, this is gonna be a very dope review and stuff like that. I really wanted to do a Richard Pryor album for Black History Month, but
Right.
um, shit happened and stuff like that. But thank you again, BJ, your goat, and yours is coming in the mail sometime either this week though. So stay tuned.
all right, no doubt, man. Try you heard the album?
No, I haven't heard no comedy album. I don't even remember when that came out. What year was that, Rich?
That was 1974.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Before any of us was born.
Yeah, I had to dig through the crates for that one.
Yeah.
Definitely
Easy, yo.
way before my time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so far my last four are pretty much Tamia albums. Like I said, I got her Between Friends album, Beautiful Surprise. What was this? Love Life,
Oh
and her most recent one, Passion Like Fire.
wow. Ashley got the
Nice.
whole discography today, yo.
Yeah, you got the whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
To me, making some money right now.
yeah,
Hmm.
Mm.
yeah. That's it for me.
That's dope.
That's it.
That's dope.
I don't think we've ever done a whole unboxing where one person had like the whole discography in one night.
Discography, yeah.
That's crazy.
Crazy. She's a big Tamia fan.
I,
Yeah.
I think Red had most of the Anita Baker albums. He was going
Yeah.
on one of his
Oh, okay.
videos.
Speaking of Anita Baker, that's what I should be playing right now.
Reg, did you know that there was a survivor in the Otis Redding plane crash?
Yeah, I got the
Oh, okay.
he's unsung, and he told a story
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
for real.
I didn't know that.
That
Hmm.
story still gives me chills, man.
Yeah.
You got any more, Eric?
Yeah, I got a couple more to show y'all. All right, we're going to the '80s. This duo is probably top five best hip hop duos of the '80s. We're going with their debut album, Eric B. and
Dope.
Rakim, Paid in Full.
Dope.
That shit's clean as fuck.
I like the album cover too. It's very fresh. They ain't doing no gay shit like these dudes on the album covers these days be doing. They just
Right.
out here looking fresh, you know. And
Hmm.
and the thing about the '80s was I like the style that they was rocking and stuff. You know, the suits and the jewelry.
Right.
You know, just looking like straight up drug dealers and stuff, just getting that money. You know. And I like the back cover too. See them with the jewelry, you know, the dollar signs and stuff. Really nice too. All right. This next one, I'm surprised I got coming from a hip hop duo, which I don't think a lot of people get them their, props and stuff, especially in like the mainstream media when it comes to like hip hop duos and stuff. You want to talk about groups now, but this duo back in the day was really putting it on, and I consider this dude the godfather of the mafioso style. If you're going with Fuji
Nice.
Ooh,
Rap and DJ Polo's debut album,
Classic.
classic.
Very great.
Go to the Riches, released in 1989.
All right, man. These last four albums, man, shit.
You got some more answers.
No, that was it for me.
You heard? All right. I'm gonna stay on the stand-up
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna stay on the stand-up comedy route for right now.
You have some more red.
I got four more left. Yeah. This next album, this is the way I see
Okay.
it. Richard Pryor took over the '70s. Eddie took over the '80s. Martin took over the '90s.
Yes.
This is Martin Lawrence with talking shit. Um, well, these stand-up comedy albums, these titles, man, talking shit. That nigga's crazy.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, this was released in 1993. Again, another dope stand-up album. Like, who else you know has this album? I'm just gonna be real with y'all.
Nobody.
Like, we keeping this shit alive, man. Like, I feel like Martin forgot about this album too.
Yeah.
Yeah, this came out around the time when he was hosting Def Comedy Jam. He appeared
Hmm.
on Boomerang, and then he had his show and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Um, you know, um, I mean, this album it charted highly in the hip hop albums charts and stuff like that. Got him the cover of the Source. He has shit. He's talking about Michael Jackson, which you guys should know. The whole child molestation trial was high at that time too. It was heavy at that time. He has a skit where he's talking about white kids and black kids. You know, has a skit called "Bragging on Their Dicks." You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, just Martin. I'm gonna be real with you. Picture a whole episode of Martin on this album. That's all I gotta say.
Hmm.
Just gotta be real with you and shit. So, this is Martin Lawrence live talking shit. This album is out of print. So if y'all can find this album, must have your collection.
That's like I remember when that album came out. They promoted that album like a hip hop album.
Yeah, because Martin, he had that hip hop energy. He had that hip hop
Yeah.
attitude and shit.
Yep.
Um, yo, this album right here, I was so upset that I cannot find the vinyl of this album, but I got the CD version of this album, and this is gonna be probably the most shocking album I got in this discography. But it's not like a shocking album, like it's a bad album. Let's just be real. Um, it's the Blues Brothers
Oh
album.
wow.
I want to say this is the Briefcase for the Blues album that came out in 1978. Yes, John Belushi, Don Aykroyd, the whole SNL and stuff like that. This is like my favorite era of SNL, the not ready for primetime players and shit. But yeah, they actually did a whole album. They actually, opened for Steve Martin and stuff like that. This is a very, very, very good album. Got a lot of dope covers. Like they did a cover of Soul Man, of course, which y'all should
Right.
know. They did a cover of the song "I Can't Turn You Loose," which is like the opening track.
Right.
Yeah, man, very, very dope. Very, very jazzy, very R&B based and stuff like that. Yeah, man. Rest in peace to John Belushi. So this is the Blues
Yes.
Brothers with a briefcase full of blues.
Animal House. That's a classic movie.
Yes,
I
Animal House.
love that movie, man.
All right. These last two, man, I'm just gonna talk. I'm just gonna. You got any more?
Yeah, I got a yeah, I got a couple more. All right, we're going to the Caribbean. I've been listening to this artist on and off for a couple of years. You know, first time I heard this song, it was really good. I was surprised I got the album for a decent price because it's up there. We going with Eddie Grant, Killer on the Rampage,
Oh wow,
Oh shit.
released in
nice,
1983. You
dope.
got songs like Electric Avenue, Funky Black and Roll, It's All in You, um, Killer on the Rampage, the self-titled song off of the album, which is probably one of my favorite tracks. And the thing about this album cover is it's two different versions of it. Cause I think he like wanted different like a different color top and shorts and stuff. But I don't know why they changed the album cover like that. I don't know if they did it for like different pressings and like different countries and stuff. But yeah, that's Eddie Grant, Kill on the Rampage. This is 1983.
Nice.
Right. All right, we're gonna leave the Caribbean and go to Harlem. This artist is very underrated in my opinion. My opinion, top five flyest hip hop artists in my of all time. We're going with that boy Killer Cam with his third
Yes.
album, Come Home
Classic.
with Me,
Love that album.
released in 2002, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish I had the Purple Haze album on vinyl, but it's up there in price. In my
Right.
opinion, that's probably one of his best albums. It
Yeah.
didn't really get promoted a lot.
Mhm.
And you got songs off this album like Oh Boy,
Yeah.
Come Home with Me,
Mhm.
Welcome to New York City, which should have had a fucking music video because Jay Z
Yeah.
was on that painting shit. Because I heard a story that old boy was supposed to go to Jay Z, but Kanye West gave the beat to
Yeah.
Cameron, and I don't know if Jay Z got
Mhm.
a
That's a
little
true
bit in
story
his
because
feelings
Jim Jones
about the
talked
shit.
about him.
So I don't know why he didn't want to make the Welcome to New York City track.
Mhm.
Okay. Dead or Alive featuring Jim Jones. That could have been a music video too. You
Yeah.
got songs off this album that could have had music videos and stuff,
Oh yeah.
but in my opinion, between this album, this is probably one of his most underrated albums, and I think the Killer Season album is probably second to that. But yeah, this is
Underrated.
Cameron Come Home with Me, released in 2002.
Nice.
All right. I just got
You
two
got some
more
more Red?
left. I just got two more left. That's it. How many you got left? He's counting his shit right now.
I got like six.
She said you got six left. Okay. I'm gonna knock
I
out my
had more
two.
than that though, but I got to go to work in the morning.
Do you want to knock out your six after I knock out my two, or do you want to just go to sleep or work?
Nah, go on and knock out those six, then I'll do mine after.
Okay. Cool. All right. Yeah, cause I'm getting tired and shit, and it's like,
Yeah. You need your rest, Reg.
oh yeah, we talked about that last night too.
Yeah.
Um, this 1983 album, and mind you, I didn't fall asleep this stream, so yeah. This album came out in '83. It's Gladys Knight and the Pips with Visions.
Nice.
Um, yeah, this was a dope album. It's mostly known for the "Save the Overtime for Me" track, which was one of their most popular tracks in my opinion. Um, love that song, love that beat. Yeah, man. This was a very cool album. I have to re-listen to it, but yeah, Gladys Knight and the Pips definitely dope. I need to get their last album they did together. That was a classic album. And the final album, oh boy, this album. I never imagined myself getting this album, but this was a very controversial album. It's Prince with the Rainbow Children.
I haven't heard that one. Is it good?
Oh, what's the story with this one?
Okay.
Yeah, this came out in 2001. This was the
Never
first
heard of
album.
me.
You said what? Yeah, this was the first album that he did. When he changed his name back to Prince, because y'all should know he went by the symbol, and most importantly, this was the album where he became a Jehovah's Witness
Right.
because Larry Graham of the Sly and the Family Stone, they were cool around this era, and he influenced Prince to become a Jehovah's Witness because y'all should know around that time he was married to Maite, and they had like they lost a baby and stuff like that, and they had that painful divorce and stuff, and so it pretty much had like a jazzy feel to it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because he originally was supposed to came out with another album in 2001, and he did a song with Angie Stone, which was a very dope song
Mm.
and stuff like that. I think it's called "The Sun Make You Shine" or something like that. So, and I think this album only came out with like one single, which was "The Work Part One." A lot of Prince fans do not like this album and stuff like that. And
Mm.
mind you, this is actually the I think the 2020 reissue of this album too. So yeah, man, because back in the time, this was like $500-$600 and
What?
stuff. Yeah.
$600?
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit.
Like
Mm.
I said, a lot of people like this album and a lot of people hate this album, but stay tuned for the review because I have to re-listen to this album myself,
That
man.
is
That's my
bananas.
last one.
Wow.
This past everyone's bedtime. Shit.
All right. I got Madonna's self-titled on CD.
Dope.
Classic.
The thing about this is a Target exclusive that I got off eBay. We got two bonus tracks on here: the Burning Up 12-inch version and the Lucky Star new mix version.
Nice.
Right. Going back to Virginia again. This group is very underrated in my opinion. I hate that they broke up. I hope they get back together one day and do another album. And we're going to
Yes.
flip with their debut album, Lord. Well, their debut album, which would which came out in 2002. If executive audio footage came out in '99, this would have been their second album.
Right.
I go back and forth between this one and Hell Has No Fury, which came out in 2006, which is probably one of their best albums in my opinion. It
Definitely.
just depends on how I'm feeling. Sometimes I go with Lord Willing. Sometimes I go with Hell Has No Fury. All
Classic.
right.
I feel you on
This
that.
next album is very underrated. It's a Japanese version, and we're going with Prince,
Yes. I need that.
Raid.
Definitely. One of his best.
Mountains is probably one of my favorite songs off this album. The, the, the music, yeah, the music video, like if you look at the music video on YouTube, you'll think you're in heaven. You just see all the artists together just playing in unison. Nobody ain't arguing. They just having fun.
Right.
Prince just having the time of his life. You know. All right, we're going back to Queens again. I had this vinyl a while ago, but when I got it in the mail, the vinyl was broke. I was pissed
Oh
off.
shit.
I got it for a good price too, and it just came in like terrible condition. So I had to get it again. Going with a hip hop legend, in my opinion. He should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame already, but I don't know what they're thinking when it comes to like hip hop artists who don't get their props when they already reach legendary status.
Love
We're
that
going with
album.
LL Cool J,
Yes.
Mr. Smith,
Five Night
released in
Classic.
1995.
You better get nominated. That's all I
Classic album. One thing I
Yeah.
don't like about this album is it don't got the lounge remix on it.
Yeah.
right.
I don't got the lounge remix on it.
Facts.
All right. All right. Next album we're going with revolutionary when it comes to like dance music from the disco era and the electronic, and it's Giorgio Moroder
Oh
with his
shit.
debut album. Well, his second album, Energy Equals MC Square, released in 1979.
Nice.
When I listen to this album, I think of the future. Like I'm gonna just say this. It's a shame that like production and the sound of people doing music in the '70s sound way better than some of these dudes out here who think they producers, who think
Right.
they know how to make music, and they just put
I
out
agree.
straight garbage.
Right.
Like you got songs like Energy Equals MC Square, I Wanna Rock You, which was on the Grand Theft Auto Vice City, no, not Vice City Story soundtrack, the Liberty City Story video game, right?
Right.
Um, my last one is coming from the late great Donna Summer. This is the album coming from her when she was going through like controversy from her going through like negotiations with the Casablanca record label, and she ended up leaving. It just celebrated its 40th anniversary last year. We're going with her 1980 album,
Right.
Wanderer, limited edition, pink and black vinyl. In my opinion, with this album, she went through more of a rock pop new wave sound instead of keep going through her disco sound what she was putting out in the '70s. And in my opinion, that's probably one of her most underrated albums to come out of her discography.
Right.
And this last one is coming from a artist that I don't really hear a lot of people talk about. It's very underrated in my opinion. I'm trying to get her 2008 self-titled album, but it's long out of print. We're going with
Mm.
Country Gold with the Gold Fire Sessions, released in 2018. When
Dope.
I think of this album, it's sort of like a Caribbean dance hall sound with like a pop feel to it.
Right.
My favorite songs off here is Run the Road, I Don't Blame Me, and Gold Fire. In my opinion, this is probably one of her best albums. Between that and her 2016 album Masters of My Make Believe, and that's my last album I want to show y'all.
Dope. Dope. Great stuff. Where's Reg? You lost Reg?
I think his camera's messing up again.
Thank yeah.
He'll be back. I need to give a shout out to BJ. Shout out to
Him and that
BJ.
camera, they've been going through wars from video to video.
Yeah, you got to get a new camera.
Yeah.
Before we leave, I gotta shout out BJ's Instagram page. He told us to shout him out. He has a vinyl page on Instagram. It's called for underscore the love of vinyls. Follow his Instagram page. He has like dope vinyl posts from his collection on there. So
Yeah.
salute to BJ for that.
Yeah. His battery died. That's why he just abruptly left. But yeah,
Okay.
thank you so much, BJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna end out the video because right now I'm tired and I'm just cleaning up my room before I go to bed.
All right.
And sorry y'all can't see my face, but it's camera issues 101. So
Okay.
yeah, man. This Wednesday, we got Anita Baker Rapture. The three of us are gonna do Rapture
Dope.
Wednesday. Like I said before, in case you guys missed it, I'm gonna be scheduling the Lita Joe review for tomorrow because I really need to get some rest these
Yeah.
next couple of days.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, man, and that whole me falling asleep on live, I can't believe I still did that, but we all make mistakes. I was
Right.
tired, but fuck it. This Thursday, me and Troy are doing Ultra Magnetic MC's Critical Beatdown. That's gonna be
Nice.
the first of the Ultra Magnetic Thursdays for this month. Um, Friday, what you guys voted for is the R. Kelly beat battle.
Yes.
Um, in case y'all want to support it or not, I don't give a fuck. And then this Sunday, me and Try doing MC Shan's Down by Law.
All right.
Originally third base, Cactown, but that's going to get rescheduled because I feel like Shan needs his respect in case y'all love him or hate him.
Right.
And thank y'all so much for staying up all this time. Thank y'all so much. Y'all the GOATs, y'all the MVPs.
Yeah, man.
Make sure y'all share and
This was
subscribe
fun.
to this channel. and I will see you guys on Wednesday. Peace.
Thanks. Thanks, Eric.
Thanks Eric. Thank you too.
Yeah.
Shout out to Rayshawn too.
Yeah. Shout out to Ray Sean.
Shout out to Q
Thank you.
Smooth as
Peace,
Yeah.
always.
y'all.
Q. Salute.
Q's.
Are you welcome, man?
Peace.
Peace.